and welcome to the sixth episode of Dysfunctional Talks. Yes, we are still here after the fifth episode, which was edited very carefully. um, to my right in virtual space, I suppose, actually, is William.
Thank God it's not in person.
Thank God, we still be sitting beside each other.
Yeah.
Above me is Connell,
Hello.
and last but certainly at the very least, it's Jonathan.
Help me.
Why do we need to help you?
Help me.
We need help dealing with you.
No.
That is 100% fair.
No. Rule reversal.
Yeah, this has actually been a while since we've done. The last episode was recorded on the 31st. It's actually been a while since we've actually recorded an episode. And this one will be going up for August. So some things have changed. We'll move some plans forward. We've got rid of some plans, but that's all behind the scenes stuff. When it comes to the game club. And I think I'll just bring it up now for December. Bets, yeah, all bets will end in December's episode. We'll also be doing a massive Game of the Year episode.
Except for the platinum bet.
Except for the platinum bet. Platinum bet does end in December.
No,
Yeah,
February. It's February.
Oh, February.
Yeah, because that's
Well,
when we started.
right. Well, we discussed this, and you forgot already. That we were going
Makes
to end
sense.
it in December. We were going to end.
Oh
it in
yes, no,
December.
there were new things. Sorry, I actually did. That's my bad. That's my bad.
Just
So,
ending
yeah,
it in
just
December.
I forgot that conversation. That was renewed thing. Sorry, I forgot.
No, you're usually so good at remembering.
There's too many
This is
plans,
me.
they've all been taken away.
Yeah, so we've also made some changes to recommendation domination, but sure, we can get into that when we get to that part. And there's a couple of new sections. Some things have been moved around, and just testing out some new ideas and see how they go. Also, once again, thank you for the support of the last episode. Got great responses. Connell started a meme by just being himself,
Yep.
and Final Fantasy will barely be mentioned on this episode. I doubt it. As much as
Barely.
Last of Us 2, as much as Last of Us 2 will be mentioned. So yeah, let's get right into one of their new sections, which I have not told the guys about.
Oh.
Fun.
Great.
Okay.
This section is just called Random Bullshit.
So what we
So-
deal with normally.
Yes.
Yep.
What we do normally. This is just me looking to talk about a random thing. Instead of doing three-piece news where I pick out three things and we kind of have a small conversation about one of them and then stretch out two, or whatever way it is. I want to bring up one thing.
So instead
Uh,
of three random things you pick, you're now talking about one.
One big
Exactly. Yeah, there's the concept distilled down to simplify it. So yeah, the thing on random bullshit is mobile games. Recently, I've noticed a lot of like AAA games imported to mobile, like PS4 games, and all.
Oh,
Whereas
yeah.
like Resident Evil 7 was recently done. It's
I
ported to
heard about
mobile.
that. Yeah, I
I
heard
still
about
don't
that.
know.
which is-
How would that run on a mobile? I don't understand that.
It's probably like heavily nerfed, I would say.
You'd probably have to like
You,
get
you would
very
think
modern.
that, but yeah, most mobile games now are actually not that nerfed as much as I
Mobile
thought
phones
they were.
are pretty good, like mini computers.
Yeah,
I
100%.
guess, but like
You're-
Resident Evil 7, like with high specs, would be quite hard to run on a normal PC as is. I just can't imagine it like maintaining some good quality on a mobile phone.
To be fair, it might just be catered towards like iPods and like the higher end like gaming phones.
Yeah, it's
or-
definitely been
yeah.
like that.
Yeah, because like even we were looking up for our editor Matties, he started playing Slay the Spire. There actually is remote, like if you have Slay the Spire on Steam and there's like the connection function now, you can connect to Steam from your phone. You can actually remotely play like Slay the Spire from your phone.
The
So
thing too,
there's a lot more accessibility, I feel.
yeah, the thing with Spire, like obviously it's a much more less texting game. Apparently the game runs well, it's good. The main problem was it didn't sell very well. It only apparently sold 2,000 units.
Well, the thing is just modern. You need the hardware for it.
That's it. Yeah, but that too, it's also a weird market for that game to be on.
Yeah,
Like if you think about Capcom's library, like they have so much like old school arcade games like Mega Man and all. I know they've done releases of those before on mobile, but like, oh, I suppose it's mobile really a market that you should be putting full blown video games and not like games and gotcha games.
Well, if you look
Yeah,
at it
like-
in if you look at it in simplistic form, if it's already a high selling video game, the best thing they can do is sort of like embrace how well it's going and try and like expand the market. That's the only way I can sort of like playing on that. But as I said, it's only going to be available for iPad and tablets, so
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you
Um,
said there of the. Sorry, go on.
no, I was just agreeing with John there. Sorry.
Yeah, well, it's just like looking at the install base of like real popular games like Fortnite and Genshin Impact. You can carry over your stuff, can't you, into your console releases?
I think so.
Uh,
Like
A lot of
your
it,
games do
progression's all
offer that,
uh,
carried.
yeah.
well, see, it depends because, like, if you're talking about a game like Genshin, then you would like Genshin. I'm pretty sure is a linked account, but like games like Warframe, it's independent ones.
Is there Warframe Mobile?
I think it's just console, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's
Maybe
just
it's big
console.
console, but it's just sort of like a game along the same genre.
Oh yeah, but I'm saying about the fact is I think the reason that Genshin Impact and Fortnite is popular on mobile is because people can then like if they're out and not near their consoles, they can get their
Oh.
resources or their dailies. You know what I mean? I feel like you're
Yeah.
getting a game like Resident Evil 7 that's a story player. When I heard the Resident Evil 7 was on mobile, it made me think of the old school when the iPhone first started and you had like Call of Duty World of War
Yeah.
Yeah.
zombies, and that was fun. But that's when you were getting Resident Evil 4 mobile. You were getting Persona 1 and 2 on mobile,
Thing
and like you
about
can't
mobile
access them
games is
anymore.
that the best
Hmm.
selling ones are ones that you play in short bursts because that's how most
Yeah,
people are going to be using their phone.
Yeah.
yeah. Like think of Candy Crush. Like, jeez, it's just. I know for years my mom was addicted to that game. I'm sure everybody's parents were at one point.
Every
Yeah.
mother in the world was.
Yeah, and it's stuff like that. Like you said, it's short bursts. It just makes me think: is there any examples of mobile games that you were like, oh frig, I might play that one.
Uh,
Apple Arcade does a lot of good games, which I've been interested in, but most of them have been ported now to
let's
consoles. So I'm
just
just
say
gonna.
there's a mobile game we've been playing for 7 years.
Hmm.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh no.
What is it?
Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel
You?
Links.
Oh
Yu-Gi-Oh! On
yes.
phone. Yeah.
I've been playing one for about 5 years as well.
Hearthstone.
No, an anime football game called Captain Tsubasa.
Oh my god, yeah. That's coming to console now too.
Yeah, there actually already is a console game for it on PS 4 and 5, but um they translated the football like mechanics really well in the game, and they basically have like every sort of basic football mechanic like volleys and stuff and all are in it, and then like interceptions and stuff. It's pretty good.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like, there's Hironobu Sakaguchi, the father of Final Fantasy. He this is generally going somewhere. Don't worry. He worked with his studio, Miss Walker Studios, with Apple Arcade, and they exclusively made a game called Fantasia. Have you seen it, Connell?
Fantasia, like the Mickey Mouse Fantasia, or
No,
I
no,
don't
no,
think
no,
so, is
no. It's
it?
different. No,
no, actually.
it's so or yeah, I think it's called Fantasia or Phantasma or something like that. But basically, it was a mobile game originally. It's been ported to consoles now, but it was so unique because what they did was they made high res model like actual made physical miniatures,
Yeah.
high res screenshots, and that's the environments you go for.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, it was really cool. Like they made all these different dioramas and stuff, and I will never forget someone playing. It was the first time I actually had seen Persona. It would have been 2011 maybe. Someone playing Persona 2 on an iPad in school, and I was just like, "What the hell?" That was the first time I ever took notice of like mobile games and stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, "How the hell is someone playing that?" Because like you had PSPs and stuff like that there, and I feel like the mobile market's kind of well, I would have said that before the Switch came along. Still want
Yeah.
that
Well,
handheld.
like for weirder ones at the minute, League's mobile one's actually really weird because it doesn't do what Genshin does. It's two different games essentially because there's actually exclusive skins on the mobile and it's a lot better quality, the skins, compared to the actual PC game.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's actually been one of the biggest complaints for the the player base on PC because a lot of people obviously one trick characters and a lot of those characters are getting just skins on the mobile and they're just asking like why.
Yeah, like we've had experience with me and William have had experience with developing for mobile too,
Oh
and that
yes.
was we did a prototype, a Katana Cross. What do you call
Can't
it on our
forget it.
YouTube channel? Yeah, on our YouTube channel for this YouTube channel right now, you can actually see the gameplay of it. If you can, and I
Painful.
I just I feel like it was restrictive. like the highest degree of restriction trying to make for it. And
Yeah, because you need to optimize it
Chris
for
probably had the worst
every
time.
phone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
Chris definitely had the worst time trying to get it on the system in the first place. I suppose it's just another niche market, but there
I would
isn't.
say it's niche. Isn't mobile market like the biggest in terms of video games?
Yeah,
In
no, I
Asia,
mean,
yeah.
I mean niche in terms of like there's very few examples of a Resident Evil 7. Sorry, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, that's why
Okay.
the mobile market is quite different because you can make small base mechanic games, sell them, and get quite a bit off them because they can
Yeah,
only handle a few mechanics, so they market it that way.
Yeah.
And even
yeah. I feel like
Case in Point, Flappy Bird.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the guy deleted that after what, a couple of weeks.
He was
Then it
forced to take
became
it
like
down.
if you had it, you could like sell your phone for like a lot of money.
There's
Yeah.
Yeah,
still iPhones, I think, on eBay, even though I don't think you can play it now.
Yeah.
Like old iPhones that have it,
yeah.
apparently.
You can
For
hang
like
it up on your wall
thousands.
and say, look, it still has the app itself.
Yeah.
What do you think of like basically pocket versions of games? F15 did a really good pocket version. There's been a couple other games that have done like pocket versions,
Oh,
which are
like
basically the
Tactica
same.
for Persona.
Yeah, yeah, like no, that's actual full game. That's just a turn-based game.
I mean, the one that I think of is like, I think Call of Duty had it. Like, you had a mobile app version, but it was like you did stuff to help you in the main game.
Yeah,
You got like rewards for the main game. I was just kind of like doing dailies, or whatever.
Did one of
see,
the
that's
older
fine with Call of Duty
Battlefields not have one?
mobiles. What,
Sorry.
sorry?
Did one of the older Battlefields not have like one with
Yeah,
the older
GTA 5 had it as well.
Yeah, a lot
Yeah,
of games did have
four
that, I remember.
Battlefield 4 had a thing too, where you basically could play as the commander on a mobile or tablet, and you could
Yeah.
like,
That's the one I'm thinking of. So it is.
yeah, I thought that the like the Pocket Edition, I thought was a cool idea for FF15. It would actually, I don't think I would personally play it, but like one thing that annoyed me, and this is just me being obsessed with the series, but Near Reincarnation was a mobile exclusive, and I was like, I want more of that world, and I'm not playing a mobile game.
Kingdom
You know,
Hearts
just
on it
No,
too.
so that's just you being weird.
no, but like it's like, why would I play the mobile game? Well,
Because they don't have any other option.
well, I'll just wait at this point. I waited for Fantasia. I waited for Fantasia, and it's worked out. Now, Lost Odyssey needs to get ported to PlayStation, and I'll be happy.
Yeah,
And Blue Dragon.
Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, that's a massive
Basic.
example.
Yeah, and like it got that bad where people didn't want to play the mobile game. They actually had to port the story to one of the collections, and they turned it into a movie. It was a really good movie too. A short
I'll
movie,
get to it.
but yeah.
Yeah,
But
there's not
mad.
the era of. I hope the era of mobile games that just get. Because there's so many mobile games just lost the time that there's ones you can't like you cannot play that Call of Duty Zombie one anymore. It just doesn't
Yeah.
exist. That's crazy to me. Like the amount of video games that just went through heaps of stuff like Resident Evil 4 on the thing was amazing, and Persona and all you just can't get them. And
I
like
mean,
then obviously
yeah. I guess the best way to do mobile games is just keep releasing an addictive game loop until you get enough core players where you can make money off it indefinitely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
like a big
and deck builders are big.
a big one's actually AFK games at the moment.
Yeah, AFK games.
And you see ads for them all over
FK.
now.
Yeah,
Like,
So
stuff like AFK
you,
Arena
you
and all that.
so you go in, you do like you go when you're playing the game, you play for like 5-10 minutes, you do all your upgrades, you get all your rewards, you make yourself stronger. And then while you're not playing, it's like you deal all this damage or whatever, and then you get more rewards the next time you log on.
So you're not even playing a game at that point.
passive farming, and then you're just pressing buttons to apply the rewards that you get.
And then you make
That's
yourself
the
stronger
game.
so the number gets bigger.
I
And that's
suppose it
like
depends on the person, but that is what are
It
you
provides like
looking
it's like a
short term
sensational
or
thing.
long term reward? Yeah,
So you got
short
both.
term or long reward.
well,
Yeah,
like
both.
a good example. Like there was one I looked at and played for like a week. It was called AFK Mobile Fortress. So it was kind of like you were playing Howl's Moving Castle with your own mobile fortress, killing monsters and bosses. But the gotcha element they added into it was characters. So you place characters on your fortress, and they're all like anime characters that would appeal to the likes of people that like anime a lot, or like Studio Ghibli style movies. There was even like a scarecrow and all for from that movie to represent that. So like as well said, like you find the right market, you can pump a lot of money into it. Like it's insane.
When it comes down to it, I just have no interest in them. Like Like especially for feedback, like a rumble or something, or like the press of a button. It just doesn't feel satisfying to me ever to play.
Yeah.
Uh, and also too, like just mobile phones battery lives are terrible nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah, I use my phone, to listen to podcasts and stuff, and they're not. I don't have like a video on for it, and they just drain the battery. Like just to kind of imagine a mobile game.
Well, the current ones
It's
aren't
much.
too bad. It's more so just how taxing the game itself
I got
is and the apps.
I got
Also,
this new phone in February.
phones get worse the more you like overdo load the battery, so it will just get shorter and shorter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I literally got this one in February. This
Yeah.
phone, because my last phone had bugged out.
I would say one of the biggest mobile games which done really well and ended up going to Steam would be Bloons Tower Defense.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, the
Like
battles. Yeah.
Flash games.
Battles as well, and Towns even had one.
Yeah. I've like on PC
Trials.
alone, I have
Trials is a
about
big one.
100 hours.
Trials
I'd
as
say I have
well.
about another 200 hours on just battles and balloons on mobile.
Yeah. I
I
remember
played that thing daily.
me and my friend in sixth year, we done two things. It was either chess or Bloon Tower Defense battles.
Yeah, I had the same thing with like a group of friends who all had Blue Star Defense battles.
Yeah.
Moving on to the Flash games just for a second. Does anybody ever remember playing the Flash games on addicting games called Achilles?
Nope.
No,
No.
where was
No.
always like cool
It
math
was
games and stuff.
so good, and it was that and Age of War. That's all I played.
Age of War, I played that.
Yeah, Age of
Yeah.
War is good.
Stickman War as
Achilles was so
well.
cool. Achilles was so cool because it just at the very start of it, just at the menu, just went Achilles every time, and it just would not stop until you press play. But it sounded like every time the person said it, it was a different take.
Hmm.
It was like it was
Every
just
day they
every,
record a new line.
yeah, no, and he just kept uploading it, re-uploading the page. But yeah,
Imagine that guy's IMDb page. It's just Achilles in this game
yeah,
50 different
from
times.
2002 onwards.
No, just going into
Uh,
like discussion about like sites and all that. Did you guys ever have like those virtual desktops when you were in school?
We
Thank God
didn't
you went.
know.
You're talking about them sites. What are you talking about different sites?
No, not those sort of sites. No,
It
No,
is that
Fuck,
good.
those are not virtual.
Like-
We're a PG podcast here.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
definitely.
of course.
Yeah.
No, just because with virtual machines, they literally had no clue how to use them when we first got them at my school. So
Yeah, we had-
everyone figured
we had
out
the
you could
same
just do anything on them.
We had the same thing, but it was restricted to only those who did GCSE and IT. So like they had like a monopoly over the virtual machines.
No, they realized that like they didn't know how to do it for users, so they put on like the main computers, like the computer lab and the library. But
Yeah.
everyone ended up going to the library, just downloading like Minecraft on the virtual machine, playing it until like 5 minutes before lunch ended, and then just uninstalling it, and no one found out for like 2 months.
We did that for like a whole year. They didn't realize, but like you'd have to do it in one of the students who did GCSE. So they just had like monopoly over who's allowed to play certain games on computers.
See, we
Yeah.
didn't even do that. We just had like Five Nights at Freddy's and Binding of Isaac Rebirth on like pen drives and just installed it on the computer. and
Yeah, we
played
did
it.
that
Oh,
as well.
smart.
Yeah.
We had. I
I don't
think we
know
had
about you.
CS. We had CS Source, and then like one time, I remember during lunch, like the computer room, the entire computer room's all on one server in CS Source.
I don't remember my primary school. I was in primary school when we got computers and when they first came in.
When
Yeah.
they first
Don't think
released.
any access, any restrictive access.
Yeah, because computers were just invented.
Yeah.
Because you know what I always remember seeing in primary school, and this is like the weirdest thing ever. I remember when Britney Spears shaved her head. I remember someone showing me a video of her hitting a car with an umbrella, which is like a real like when you're a kid that's hilarious, but obviously seeing the context now, it's not as it's just like someone having a breakdown, not that funny. But I
Yeah.
remember that, and I was like, the only way they would have accessed that if they didn't have restrictive access, because we used to like play all the games on. Like I remember playing the original Doom on the primary school computer. Like it wasn't like we downloaded it or anything, because no one knew how to do that. You just searched it up.
Yeah.
We never got
Windows.
access.
Did you know?
We we got computers, but it was like always loaded on the preloaded software.
Yeah,
for,
like
Yeah,
those
same.
learning softwares.
Yeah.
learning and learning stuff.
We
Yeah.
were we were on Windows Vista, I think, and it would have been like primary five onwards. We would have had computers. I do remember too. What do you call it? Do you remember the Windows Media Player?
Yeah.
You could customize the overlay on it.
Oh no.
Everybody would customize it to just Dragon Ball Z stuff. and 'cause Dragon Ball Z was like the big thing. Everybody would just customize the Dragon Ball Z stuff, like with Shenron wrapped around your video, watching your video of. Like, friggin', I remember seeing people watching Naruto and stuff. But yeah,
No, did
that's
any of you
a
ever got
that's another
sorry.
thing. Oh, sorry.
No, I was gonna say just the last thing. Did any of you ever get anyone with the Scary Maze game like during primary school with like
Oh,
the computers?
oh yeah, oh yeah.
Like I
Yeah,
just
I got-
I kept a
I got
tally on
mine.
how many people actually scared using that because they didn't realize what it was. They thought it was just like, oh, you can't hit the edges, and then they just like jumped out of their chair at the last minute.
Oh yeah.
No, I got by that 3 times. I fall. I can't fall for a man. That was so stupid. Still on, like, but it's
You
not.
did 1, 2, and 3.
I just want to make sure I tried 100% the game, and I was like, nah, I can get past that.
You tried to
that's
get
the
the
only-
Scary Maze game and you couldn't.
You have to do like you have to skip the certain part.
Oh my god. Actually, that struck me back thinking about that scary music. You're going to do that for most people watching us, aren't you? Like, oh yeah, I think everybody, if you were born after probably 2005, everybody's played the scary music game. Actually, haven't.
Really?
Well,
Never
'cause
played it.
you were
Well,
born
there you
before,
go.
like it was even
Yeah.
a thing.
I don't
You were
think so.
You were born before they actually had computers in the schools.
Yeah.
It looks like the layout
Yes,
is like
so
you'll
is
see the layout.
Tristan.
Yeah, but he's
What the
like
hell?
less
Why are you
old.
talking to me?
He's like months younger, so like he's
Yeah,
like a
like
decade
he
younger.
has that young.
That's really bad when they say I'm less old the way I am. Isn't it? That's just they're just trying to hurt you at this point, Connell.
I'm
And it's
impervious to get knocked at this
working.
point. No, it's not.
Connell looks way better than me, if that makes you feel better. Looks way younger too.
I can't grow a beard.
You're comparing two big rocks, two old rocks.
To a
I
string
can
being
grow a
double.
beard, but you know, just that's all I can get. That's all I can grow too. If you get my drift.
I thought this is a PG podcast.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's yeah, PG.
please get out.
Yeah. That was 10 times better than what I was gonna say.
It's partially gapped, but there we go.
I was gonna call it pornographic ghetto, but okay.
Ooh!
Yeah. So we'll move on from the mobile game talk into.
That was such a tangent.
Yeah, well, I kind of like when we go into that. But we've got a returning segment because someone still can't get good at video games. It is skill issue,
Okay,
Jonathan.
okay.
Alright,
First of
Jonathan.
all, this is not an actual skill issue. I'll have you know. It's because the
It
game
all-
overall just sucks, as they all do. So the fun part about this game is I went in saying I'm gonna 100% this game, add another one to the backlog that's been done.
What game is it?
You'll find out in a second. This is a game that made me stop doing 100% after this. Like I haven't done 100% of the game since this.
Is that a build
That
up,
was
man?
Evil Within.
Visage.
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 Oh, that was a build-up.
Oh, sorry, Visage.
Visage.
Visage. So
Go on.
I think will see me play the game. I'm not too sure. If
Yeah,
he
he did.
has. I don't know if Tristan knows anything about the game to begin with.
No clue what it is.
So basically, it's similar to what's the name of the Silent Hill? Was it E.T.?
E.T.
PT.
PT. So it's like PT, but horrible. Like they took what it was, said we're going to add on top of it, like cram a bunch of random crap in, and they're like we can sell this. Like all the game is you walk around the house, you turn on lamps, you turn on lights, you change the light bulbs, you send a wheelchair, and it brings you into a memory maze, where you have to find out about victims by, you guess it, walking around and picking up objects. Like, it tries to take on psychological horror and just throws you into, like, a bunch of different scenarios.
To be fair, you've just described like 100 horror games.
Yes, but this one does it terribly, whereas the other ones are, like, mid-tier.
Oh, okay.
Like, I kid you not, I spent about 2 hours running around the house trying to find a wheelchair to get teleported to a hospital, where they give you no insight on how this section works. I saw a giant crowd of people, like, they were all, like, a bunch of, like, the Weeping Angels from Doctor Who, sitting by an elevator. I thought,
Sounds amazing.
well, no, it wasn't. Because I was like, oh, they're all blocking this area. I guess I can't go here. I spent 20 minutes looking around the area, figured out, oh, well, maybe I can go through them. Crouch down, try and go through them. I get attacked by an enemy, so I'm like, okay, so I'm definitely not meant to go that way. Another hour and a half, and I figure out, oh, you're meant to go very slowly, not touching anything, to get to the elevator, because there's a tiny little gap where you can get through. They made no mention of it. They made no clear signs of how it was meant to work. They just threw you in head first and expect you to know how to do it.
Well, that just sounds like a skill issue.
No, it's not a skill
Damn it, I was gonna say that. I was gonna say that.
But guess what? What if they did it again and made it worse? Because they did that like for 3 different levels. And I kid you not, it wasn't scary. You know when a game like goes from being scary to just annoying? That's how bad
Yeah.
it got.
Well, was it ever so bad
lost.
it was funny?
Yeah, I think you were laughing at me while I was playing it because I was like, it just sucks.
No, I don't think he's
Wait,
asking.
we gotta go over that. Sorry, like Outlast.
Yeah,
What?
Outlast is dog shit.
Sorry.
Okay. Are we just gonna go into the hot take section now?
No, this isn't hot takes. This is just facts. Listen,
No.
this Visage game,
What?
honestly, what you were saying, you said there, have you ever played a game where it just starts to get annoying? And I was like, the entirety of Outlast.
I would take out.
You come into my skill
That's
issue
fun.
section and make it sound like you have a skill issue. That's on you, not me.
True.
I 100% did the game. I just found it boring and tedious.
We are all shocked.
Certain games have certain
Yeah,
audiences.
I
You
guess you're all
clearly are not
shocked.
for that audience.
Right. Listen, this game Visage, the thing you're complaining about is it seems like what everybody else likes about it. Because I just looked at some reviews there. You're like in the minority here. I know what it's like. The person that likes the unpopular video game, or dislikes the unpopular or the popular one.
Yeah.
But the thing I think with most of those games like Visage and stuff and PT especially, you guys not prefer just to watch communities come together and solve that stuff.
Well, it's not a puzzle
I find it more
game.
enjoyable than actually. Oh, it's not a puzzle game.
No, well, it's a puzzle game, but it's not like one of those community ones.
It's
Like,
supposed
you,
to be
right.
like you're
you just
supposed to do
move
it
one
individual.
object to a different area. Yeah.
Yeah, well, no. Oh, right, okay. I thought it was like, you're trying to solve stuff. Like everybody like works on it, trying to
No,
solve
it's
together.
single player
No,
only.
no.
Like it's intended
Yeah, well,
for one
so
person.
right, just so is PT, by the way.
No, but it's
just-
intended for like one person to figure it out.
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay. How do you pronounce the title? Visage?
I just say, I say Visage, Visage, all up.
Oh,
Zage.
Visage.
Visage. It's like French.
Visage.
Oh.
Visage.
That's
Yeah,
more
well,
interesting than the game.
if you want to turn us into Outlast, like, I don't know why you guys find that entertaining. Running. Oh, I've got a camera and I run. Yay.
Like you got chased by cool guys who are naked.
Yeah.
They all look like untextured models.
You're meant to like avoid enemies while at the same time making sure your camera doesn't run out while collecting notes. And then you also run into different characters that just like change the gameplay certain ways. What's not to love?
The first game did not change any gameplay.
And you get your penis chopped off.
Chris Walker.
That
Chris
happens
Walker
in
was the big
DLC.
one, the twins.
Oh yeah, it does.
Oh, true.
Was it whistleblower?
Whistleblower, yeah.
Yeah.
We don't talk about the second
So I
one.
was like,
Well, the
why
hardest
not?
problems in the business.
The second one?
Outlast 2.
Outlast in the Woods.
So
So-
think of like Outlast, where like it's all about exposing this insane asylum with these crazy people, and set it in a cult in the middle of like a suburban village.
Yeah, you
The
know the
main
game's
reason-
like excels in like an isolated location, but just put it outside.
The main
Yeah.
reason it's the second one's one of the hardest platinums ever made is because the hardest difficulty is in one life mode, and then top it off to do the hardest difficulty while only using one battery on your camera.
Is it? Are you one hit in the hardest mode on that, or?
Yes, well,
Oh,
more or less.
yeah.
So you basically, from the guide that I watched, basically you have to do practice runs on the second hardest to try and familiarize the routes, and then hope to God,
You get lucky.
yeah. And
So
then manage
what
your
you're
camera
saying
well.
is, if we damn someone to do Outlast 2, it would be quite funny.
I have it on the back burner. I have it on the back burner.
Man just had the pistol in his hand, loaded,
Man,
and
I
set
have
it
had
on the
Outlast
table.
2 held in my throat multiple times.
And I haven't given you it once because I don't want to brain on me.
Yeah, Connell, you literally just pointed the gun at all three of us, and then set it down on the table and says, "You guys decide." That's what you did. I actually started
Honestly,
sweating.
I know how tedious this is, so that's why I'm not doing it unless someone really gives it to me. But it's sitting there like the
Well, I'll give it to
revolver's
you, alright.
loaded.
Give it to him.
Heyo.
Heyo. Yeah, well, it does sound like a bit of a skill issue where you're just not
It
good at the
does.
person.
No.
Puzzles?
No. No.
Where would you rank this in your skill issue avatar? Did you beat it?
No, I got through the first. That's what I was saying. I got through the first chapter, like going through the hospital. And I was like, "Oh, great! I just have to do that." Went to the achievement list. I have to do it for two different characters, like
Yeah.
two different other stories. I was like, "No, I'm not doing
To
this.
be
It's
fair, I
just
think I
tedious."
remember, if you remember, like last Halloween, I tried to do Slenderman, and I literally had the same realization as you in that game,
Yeah.
where you just repeat the same objective over and over again with
Wait,
like
was it
not
was it 8
that's
pages or was it Arrival? Because I can understand why you didn't like Arrival.
it was a rival.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people like Arrival. It was good to watch, but not to play.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they sort of just took Slender the 8 and then they took out pages and just
Yeah.
put eight pages,
Well, you
8
start off with
generators, 8
pages, then
trees,
it's yeah. I
8
think
teddy
from what
bears.
I've seen, that game is similar to that, where it's just very repetitive.
Yeah.
Not that scary after like maybe the first jump scare, it just repeats it over and over again.
I would say the only good section in Slender is the mines.
No, I don't like that, but it's just
I
that's the
No.
thing. You can ward it off, which takes away the sort of like fear of it, because you can just shine the flashlight in their eyes and then can't do anything.
But
Yeah.
then, but that will, yeah, I suppose.
It just takes away all the horror aspect of it.
Eh.
Like if there's anything, it just is that second section where you're in the woods doing the 8 pages, because that's the only decent part about the game, honestly.
Yeah.
The rest of the game just
I,
doesn't need to
I've
exist.
never played Slenderman, nor would I think I would enjoy it. I've never played the Amnesia games either. The only one I've been interested in playing was the
Bunker.
one that came out a few years ago called The Bunker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was
That's pretty good.
I was interested in another one, Rebirth, because
that's
the
the
story
new,
sounded cool.
that's like the second one, like the other two
Yeah.
expansions.
Is it
Yeah,
Dark
'cause the
Descent and
Rebirth-
Machine for Pigs, or? I
Yeah,
don't
it's Dark
remember.
Descent and then Machine for Pigs, but it's like half as long as Dark Descent. It's like scenes more as an expansion rather than like full game.
Yeah.
And then like Arrival is supposed to be like the big sequel.
Rebirth
Or sorry, Rebirth.
is
Big sequel.
Rebirth is cool because you play as a woman in that who's pregnant. I think that's a very interesting protagonist. You know, you don't really see much of that.
I did like
And
the
it's like,
story of the first one.
yeah, it's just you know me. I'm more gameplay over stuff.
Mm.
And basically, I don't think it would interest me walking around. Like I played a game called. Do you ever remember the Clock Tower series? And we played
Yep.
them.
I've seen gameplay of them. I've like watched.
Yeah.
playthroughs.
So there was a game inspired by Clock Tower called Tormented Souls.
Yeah.
Oh no, not Tormented Souls. Sorry. Remothered.
Remodeled.
Remothered Tormented Father. That was a really stupid title.
Yeah.
It was basically like Clock Tower. It's actually quite a fun game. But when I started playing it, I was like actually considering using a guide for this. Like,
That's how you know it's bad.
That's how you know it's bad for me because I was like, this seems because like someone bought me it as a gift and I was like, oh, this is cool. I'm gonna play. Obviously, they bought me it, and I was starting to play it, and I was like, oh, it's one of these games, and I was like, I just don't want to go through the tedium of doing this. I want to play it, obviously. But I actually enjoyed the story, but I would not have enjoyed it if I didn't use a guide.
Yeah.
Like I just know I wouldn't have. Like one bit, it was like like the stalker character and all was coming around. Like I just about tolerated that in Resident Evil 7 and 8. Once I figured out I can break their AI, I was happy.
Yeah. And then you got the Resident Evil 2 remake.
Oh my
Give it to
god, I hated him.
Another potential hot take.
No, Mr. X's dog shit. Yeah, that ain't no hot take. That's just true. He ruins that game.
You also
So
probably think
the-
that RE3 remakes for Nemesis is better.
Oh, he
I think
does.
RE3 makes better.
Yeah, he does.
I mean,
yeah.
at least you get something for killing Nemesis in 3.
Yeah, thank you, Connell. Yes, absolutely. You get rewarded with fucking awesome shit
But
too.
can't you also point that out that for Mr. X,
Also-
if you shoot them, you meant to stun him to get away. Mr. X or Nemesis are sort of like rewarded for going towards him. It's more of an action game, less than a horror.
Yeah,
You're meant
but
to be
actually,
trying to, like
Resident-
escape around them.
Resident Evil 3 is an action game.
We're going
Yeah,
in
well,
circle. We've been through this conversation before.
It's gonna
Yeah, we've
happen
been
again.
It's just a
We've
brick
been through it
wall.
all.
It's already 6
Yeah,
over
yeah.
again.
I
It's
just
just a brick wall.
I just think there's more like wider paths you can take to avoid Nemesis and stuff. Whereas you always
Yeah.
kind of have to lead Mr. X, which is a pain in the ass in itself.
Like you guys watched me play through that game, or so I was sitting playing it on call, and I was enjoying it. But that Mr. X part was just. Oh, and do you know what the worst thing is too? Like the final fight with him is just awful. It's on an elevator. It's whatever. The final fight with Nemesis, you get the real gun and you shove that in his mouth and you just go later.
Yeah, you
and just
do like
hold
the
it.
Doom like thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
the
mean,
best part of a video game. Let's be honest.
but I mean, like that's the same on the other side though, because you get the rocket launcher for Chris.
Yeah, no, but like the
I'm pretty
what
sure
do you
like
call it?
less than Leon fight's pretty boring, but like I forget the name of the other character.
Claire
too,
is
but, like,
decent because you basically have
Claire's
just
better.
it's just minigun.
Yeah,
But
Yeah,
the
yeah,
rocket
no,
launcher,
that-
like a
that-
scripted
that-
final fight.
Don't get me wrong, the game is still fantastic, 100%. I still prefer the original Resident Evil 2.
That's fair.
Uh, just because I thought Nemesis was more. I couldn't really keep up with Nemesis in the original, and the problem was it was like I like that aspect where it's like he's unpredictable, but I feel like I can get away with it. The problem I had with not Nemesis, Mr. X. Problem I had with Mr. X in the remake was I was just waiting to shoot him in the face and then run around him.
yeah, I can see that. Yeah,
Yeah, and it just like it was like he was like an obstacle that was just like, oh, this guy, bang bang, later. Like, and I'm just like, I'm at this point, I'm wasting ammo on you. The lickers were fantastic in Resident Evil 2. They scared the life out of me. I'll be honest.
To be fair,
when I heard
that's
them,
one of the parts I didn't like about the second game, is not the liquors themselves, but because if you did Leon or Claire, they gave you different enemies for different areas. So they removed the liquors in one of the areas for Leon, where they had them in Claire.
Oh no, I like that stuff. I like the changes and stuff. But like, I do really think Resident Evil 3 remake is just a phenomenal game in its own right. Yeah. So right, we'll
there are
wrap
a lot
up.
of potential hot takes for you already.
I know we're building them. We're
Wow.
building lore. Building lore here. We're building a deep, rich narrative. And honestly, like, you know, it's like going into a forest and seeing a tree frog, which actually brings me into the next section.
What a lovely transition.
Nice segue.
I don't want this segue. I don't want this.
I set that segue on a plate. Yeah,
Oh my god.
you're gonna eat it. You're gonna eat it.
Yeah, you thought tree
Number
frogs?
3. Yeah,
Um,
snake eater.
oh my god. Well, remember that is on the famed Metal Gear Solid 3, back when Konami valued their developers.
Right, I'm gonna put a quick thing in here. Maddie, can you please just play a bit of the song music, please? Just so she can edit that in. We can put it over, and if we get the copyright strike,
We need
it's
like
fine.
the ladder scene as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
or the
Yeah, on my corner. Just
So-
want to see with
we'll
like
give
all the
ourselves-
Metal Gear stuff.
oh man. See, the reason I picked this is obviously it was between this and one, but there's just I don't know. There's like 2 fights in this game. That is just the most memorable thing ever. The fact that you're just a Viet Cong essentially throughout the whole game is amazing. Or the
That is
fact
just script way of putting that.
that you're a Viet Cong, yeah.
It's the funny
Connell's
description.
getting flashbacks.
He remembers.
I remember the name.
It's that episode of Always Sunny where what do you call it? Frank says, I was in Nam." And they were like, you were in Vietnam in the 90s on holiday.
It has probably one of the most unique Metal Gear variety bosses, in my opinion, with the likes of all the bosses were based around emotions, besides Revolver, Ocelot, and the boss. So, besides the end, but basically the game has just one of the most advanced mechanics for its time, between walking through bodies of water in the jungle where leeches can attach to your body, and you have to use a knife to get the leeches off, and then cauterize and bandage your wounds. And that includes if you get shot in the arm, you have to do the exact same. The medic system in it was brilliant. And on top of that, like, this game rewarded you the most, in my opinion, for pacifist runs. Because you can get through 2 of the bosses without a single car in the world. Because one of the bosses at the end represents me of the group, the old man. and all you have to do is save your game, put the clocks forward 3 days, and he dies.
Oh, do you know what the thing is too? When I first played that on PS2, that did not happen for me.
That was a
Really?
painful fight. That is a painful fight if you do
No,
it legit.
I shot him before he went into the base earlier on in the game
Oh yes, that's right, the bridge.
because I was
Um,
like, in my head, my young little self head, I was like, I could just shoot him now, and it let me, and I was like, what the hell?
And
It's
then
so
like
good.
even the sorrow, like the sorrow whole fight is essentially you're going down this river. It's kind of like Silent Hill 2 a bit. You go down this river and basically he resurrects everyone you killed to take chunks out of your health. But if you don't kill anyone, the fight is literally you just walking down a river going, what the hell's meant to happen?
Yeah. How
That
long did
is
it take you to figure out what to do?
first time when I was younger, 2 days.
Yeah, like I'm still trying to figure out what to do. I'm still in that
And
boss fight.
for me, one of the most memorable boss fights is the Fury. This flaming astronaut kicked my ass so many times. It infuriated me.
You're in
But it was
Fury.
Lily instilled the emotion it was flipping representing. What else
It's
was there? Oh, the fear and
the
the
cat.
pain as well.
Yeah, the cutscenes, like when you any of the CQC. That was when CQC was getting implemented.
CQC.
Yeah.
Like Johnny, I like one of the bosses is literally called the Fear, right?
Yeah.
And you would think, oh, he instilled fears on you. No, he walks like a spider and crawls up trees like it, and he has like these spike mines everywhere and has like a crossbow.
His eyes are like so eerie,
Black.
like they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they've like them, like it's like almost like snake eyes.
Oh.
And there was one called was the pain the one the bee fight?
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah,
Like the pain, to my knowledge, like the pain was essentially he just had bees and he just like basically fired bees at you the whole time, and he just has a Tommy gun and grenades. Like the fights are just so unique and weird.
Well, here's a question. What would, out of all like the Metal Gear games, what would you say would be the most like convoluted boss mechanic you've seen yet?
The end.
God.
Oh no, the Mantis from the first one.
Is that the cartridge reader one?
Yeah, that's the cartridge reader one where you had to like plug in your controller to slot 2 so he couldn't read your mind. And on top of that, they kept it in the PS3 version where you actually physically had to change your PS3 controller to 2.
That is mental because I think I
Yeah.
saw someone like doing a video of it where it's like, oh, you like to play, like they tell you all the games like you used to play, or like I can tell that
Yeah.
you enjoy such and such.
Matty, please post like a video clip of like reading like he told you like you played Crash Bandicoot like Ratchet and Clank and stuff. It was hilarious. Let me see, like boss mechanics. It's probably either. Let me think. It's probably Mantis or Wolf. Cran Wolf from NGS4.
Hmm.
Cran like for a game to have a sniper battle. Cran Wolf is probably the best example you'll ever have because
Oh, I'm gonna be contentious about that one.
Oh
Well-
no, of course you are.
I think the end's better.
I like the biome for Cran Wolf more.
I just think the end feels like
The
who,
end.
I feel like it's like a rookie versus the elite, and you're like trying to prove something to this guy.
I
Like,
get
the
that.
way-
Like
yeah,
with the bird,
I just think
the bird
Oh,
really
yeah.
enhances the fight. But
hard. Yeah,
for me, like the fact that you're like obviously you're an old snake fighting this giant mechanical wolf, who's like just for reference, used to I don't know. Well, I'm sure you're a wee bit familiar with this fight, or have you not seen anything before?
I try to keep myself spoiler free of 4 because I know it's good and I want to play it someday.
Okay, I'll
Oh,
not
it's
spoil
so
it.
good.
I'll not spoil it too much. But essentially, the fight is you're in like a blizzard covered woods, and this is like
remake of
literally
one.
what's that?
It's a remake of one's fight in Shadow Mode.
Yeah, yeah. And essentially, the best representation I could say without spoiling it for William is imagine the White Death chasing you in a sniper battle in the ice. Well, that is what that fight represents.
A
Or
question
history
about
buff out there.
3, since you know it's famous for it. What's the story of 3?
Oh my god.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
Come on.
What's
I
the
just, I'm
level?
just, I'm just interested in knowing the plot.
I will say this. There's two game series with the most convoluted stories known to man. It's Kingdom Hearts and Metal Gear. You know one of them. I know Kingdom Hearts, not Metal Gear.
I know
all I know.
I know Metal Gear. I got you.
Oh
What
no.
is it?
Got you
It's
right
like
now.
Snake used to be part of the
So
boss's squad and they're trying to kill them.
basically, the boss is the one that trains Snake, right?
Yes.
And Snake gets a mission in order to become, get the title Big Boss. His mission is then because the boss is defected to the Soviets. She actually hasn't defected to the Soviets. Her plan was basically establish her own independent freedom for soldiers because she's realized the times of patriarch soldiers are coming to an end, or the AI will basically take over, which leads into the rest of the Metal Gear series. Oh, and she's also Ocelot's mum, who
Yeah.
had him during a battle. Hence, she's got the C-section scar down her body. Sorrow's the father. But basically, Colonel Volgin wants to use nuclear missiles in order to attack. He attacks Russia, so it makes it look like the US did it in order to start a war. In order to get the what's it called the MacGuffin basically of the story, which is like loads of money from the Patriots. So the Patriots exist before. The Patriots are Colonel. What's the Colonel called? The Colonel.
Colonel.
Yeah, the Colonel, and the boss, and I think Volgan's in it. I might be misremembering that. Basically, all you need to know, William, right,
Yeah.
is that final bit of that story when Snape becomes Big Boss. You see the pain in his eyes of everything he's went through. That's the main important part.
That's all you need to
And
know.
also, Connell, can you not like if you're thinking what's your top 3 moments from Metal Gear Solid 3?
3. I would say 3 would be the Fury, like the Fury reveal. 2 would be, in my opinion, when you kill the end, because it feels like you're just like saluting like a veteran,
Mhm.
and then the final one. Like, this is like so. This is gonna be one of my hottest takes. The fight, the number one is obviously the very end when you overcome the boss and get the title.
Yeah.
But when I played Metal Gear Solid 3 again for the PS3 in the collection, the boss fight pissed me off so much that my favorite Metal Gear game now is 2.
Damn.
Two's my favorite as well, right? But I feel like the boss fight. I didn't have an issue with the boss fight in 3. It is my favorite moment, but not the fight itself. The end part, where you realize that that game's not in until you pull the trigger.
Yep.
And I just sat there and I remember because when I was younger I never beat it. So I got it in 2015. I think it was February. I played all the games through. I remember sitting there and I was like, wait a second, is this? Oh no! And I actually had fought for something. I was like, I don't want to pull this trigger. I just don't want the game to end. That's how much I cared about the characters.
I think
It-
like
uh,
in terms of Metal Gear games, it actually would be one of the hardest to platinum as well. As you know, I've ranted about collectathons, and it is especially applicable with this one because in the game used to, you collect animals to eat, to get health back and to cure poison and stuff. Like Lily Ink thing, a snake can't bite you and you can't get poisoned from it.
From what I heard, like every food has different effects.
Yeah.
it's
But
it's also the easiest, by the way. Except for one.
what thesis? Sorry.
Metal Gear Solid 3 is the easiest platinum except for one because it doesn't actually require you to do all the 100% stuff. It's the only collectible I think I'd actually to get is shooting the frogs.
The frogs, and you do need to collect rare snakes.
Yeah, but for Metal Gear Solid 2 you're required to do every single VR mission.
Oh, I keep forgetting about the bloody VR missions in 2.
And top rank them.
Yeah. Well,
It's a daunting one. And 4 is just ridiculous.
can't wait to pull that trigger. I would say like it's a very unique game in itself. Like I don't think any other game, for me personally, for a single player experience, comes close to like Metal Gear Solid's realism.
Yeah.
You would probably get it close to maybe like this is probably a wee bit controversial, but not PUBG, sorry, Rust. You could compare it to with like getting like bandages and stuff and
Yeah.
like bleeding and stuff, but like the caliber of this game, you, you get shot in the arm, you have to manually, well not manually, but you take the bullet out, and then like you just, like the cure system's unbelievable. The camo system in it, if you're wearing a camouflage that is the same color as the surface, in the top, I think it's top left or top right hand corner, you'll actually have a camo rating, and the camo rating changes percentages based on your background environment. So, say you're in like a military section, like a base section, and you're wearing like all green like ghillie suit, it's going to be
Yeah.
0 because nothing you have on obviously, blends in with the background and stuff. And all the different like suits and stuff give you like different bonuses and stuff.
Yeah.
But
You think the remake's going to do any good, Delta?
see, I'm
I
coin
actually,
flipped
I'm
on
excited.
this.
Yeah, I'm excited now. I'll be honest.
I'm excited for Delta. Like when I seen it, I was so fucking hyped. But again, I haven't played a Konami game since 5. I'm pretty
Oh well.
sure.
I'll be honest. Like I love what Konami's doing. I was talking to you guys about this earlier. It's with their re-releases. I haven't played the Metal Gear games, so I actually don't know how they fared. Like with their Contra
From
collection,
what I
their
heard, in PC releases weren't that good. It was very unoptimized.
Yeah.
Really low FPS and stuff.
That's the thing. Like their arcade collections have been incredible. Like they did a Ninja Turtles one, and it came with like I think it was like 9 different Ninja Turtle games. Like the very popular arcade ones.
Yeah.
But when it comes to other things, like I don't think Konami's doing the best. Like where is our? I'm not excited for Silent Hill 2 remake whatsoever. I haven't played Silent Hill 2 before. One, but I know how
I
beloved
played
Silent Hill 2
2,
is.
and after seeing like how they've like laid it out, I'm not too keen on it whatsoever.
Yeah, it just
Like
looks
it
off.
meant
I don't know.
they sort of like took it like more combat based, but it's not meant to be like a combat based game. You're meant to walk around, avoid enemies. It's meant
Seems
to be
like
this,
they
like
went more Resident Evil.
yeah, that's basically what they've done. They try to take the remake formulas for the later games and bring them into Silent Hill, and it doesn't work the way they want it to. I don't know if they're getting like testing from players who actually know the first games, but it doesn't really suit the game standard at all.
That's the thing. Like, there's some horror games coming out that need to stay horror, and there's some like they're horror adjacent. You have like like horror action and stuff like that. Like one's coming out by the original director of Silent Hill, Kiriichi Toriyama. He is doing a game called Slitterhead. Bokudan Studios, I think his studio's called now. But it's horror action,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I think I'm more of a fan of horror action
Than just
than I am
pure horror.
And pure horror. Like Resident Evil is obviously an action series too, or action, survival horror, whatever. Um, like the original Silent Hill would be one of the pure examples where there's really no combat. Like the gun is awful in the original Silent Hill, but it's kind of meant to be.
Yeah.
You're playing as Harry. I can't remember his second name, and basically like the gun's supposed to feel awful because he wouldn't shoot a gun, and the whole point of Silent Hill 2, from what I've seen, is that Jason Sunderland is supposed to be awful with weapons. He's hitting Pyramid Head with a stick because he doesn't know what else to do, and
Yeah.
it's supposed to be clumsy and awkward. Obviously, that probably was limitations too to the hardware, but it worked to the gameplay of the intention, of the design.
Well, yeah, they definitely added a
But
lot more weaponry when it came to the third game. Like, you had a katana in the third game. Like, they basically branched out a lot of the combat during that, which is where they started
funny
going
thing,
towards a different area.
I'm more interested in playing the third game than I am the second because the soundtrack for the third game is phenomenal. Not
That
the
is
soundtrack
fair.
for the second one isn't, but I love that grunge rock from the third game.
I don't know why
Well,
the
speaking
fourth game always stands out to me.
Really?
of Homecoming,
Yeah.
The
Another,
room.
no, the
not the
room.
one in like the room. Yeah, the room.
That one I think is really interesting concept.
Yeah.
I like me. I like the weirder, crazier ideas. Like
Yeah.
when it comes to Metal Gear Solid 3, I think obviously Connell, at the time people preferred 3 over 2, and the narrative has
Yeah.
changed since then because 2 was weird. Why am I
Very
telling us?
weird.
Yeah.
It's famous for people didn't like how you didn't play
Oh
as
yeah,
Link.
because dude, like in the whole marketing about that, like what do you call it? I remember seeing some trailers. I was very young, obviously, when it came out 2001. But I remember seeing trailers like when because obviously you wouldn't have talked about it all the time, people. But like after the fact, I seen trailers of it. I didn't. I thought Raiden was the main character of that series
Oh,
because they didn't have trailers of Raiden before the game came out. So afterwards, when I saw trailers for like 4 and stuff, I thought Raiden was the main character, and I was like, "Oh, you play as the Snake guy now."
oh right.
I'll
So
say
I had a reverse effect on me.
like I would say for like 2 has one of my favorite boss fights against Vamp.
Oh yeah, Vamp's so cool.
Vamp, but like
Like,
see
literally just a vampire.
Konami as a developer, it's really weird. Like I never had a thing for like giant robots and shit until I played Zone of the Enders.
Oh, I'm
So
gonna play it soon.
I have to eye on them for that, and I'll give them this. Every single HD collection they released for the 360 and the PS3, to my knowledge, I could be wrong about this, was really solid. Because all the Metal Gears they remade for the consoles anyway were brilliant. Zone of the Enders played phenomenally. But again, like as we were having this discussion earlier, I actually didn't know the PC ports for the new MGS stuff was bad. Will actually
Yeah.
educated me on that. Um, but I've heard because my friend's a big Metal Gear fan, and me and him would always talk about it. He got it for I think it was the Xbox One. He says it played really well, the newer ones. So it might just be another case that we talked about in a previous podcast where the ports for PC are just horrible, and
Yep.
it just seems to be the case consistently.
Which is funny because Metal Gear Solid 5's port was phenomenal. Like I remember it being praised for how good it was.
Yeah.
Ah,
I
yeah.
played it 5, and yeah, it's pretty well optimized. Like I can play it on like a laptop or whatever.
Tristan, how would you rank the Metal Gears?
Oh no.
Oh, wait, are we talking spin-offs or just
No, we'll
1 to
do
5?
1 to 5.
Right, because we
Isn't
all
like
know where
Peace Walker like considered like a big one?
Peace Walker.
It is. Peace Walker is, yeah.
So we're considering Peace Walker.
Yeah, so 1 to 5 in Peace Walker.
2, 1.
The
Is this
two
like
should-
is this like
is this order favorite to least favorite or least favorite to favorite?
Favorite
Okay.
release. Sorry.
Okay.
So
okay?
yeah, 2, 1, 4, 3. Peace Walker 5.
No, you hate 5.
I don't
Mine.
hate it. I 5's gameplay like is king. It's so good. My problem with 5 is I bought the collector's edition for English
Oh,
and the Japanese. I love that game, and I still had a great time playing it. But there was no need to catch Kiefer Sutherland. There was no need to
Yeah, how they
Lost
treated
10.
this. Yeah.
no need for the last 10 missions. I think. Oh, can we count Ground Zeroes by the way?
If you want.
I would count that as 5.
Oh right, then Ground Zeroes is above 5 for me.
Well,
So-
like, it's still same spot, or is Peace Walker better than both?
It would be if Ground Zeroes was separate. By the way, it would be Ground Zeroes, Peace Walker, then 5.
If they're
So-
together.
If they were together, obviously then there would be 5 below it.
Okay.
So for me, it's 2, 2, 5,
Damn.
Very different.
2, 5, 4, Peace Walker, 3, then 1.
Why are you talking
You're
about
doing
Why are you talking about then your second least favorite?
Because this used to be my favorite.
Damn, really moved on the list.
It did, yeah.
Yeah.
That boss
Dude,
fight
the
really
fact
it ticked me off
Put
that
one at the
amount.
bottom. Crazy to me.
The thing is, right? I would if I could go back and play these games now. This is how I would enjoy them more because 2 is just 2 because I've always loved 2 and even like nothing's changed about it even when I replayed it. 5 because the gameplay for me and I love like Quiet and DD
Yeah,
and just me using D Walker's fucking hilarious. Peace Walker's the type of base management I really like, hence why it's just after 5. 4 because 4 is just fucking unbelievable.
4 is basically the end game of video games.
3 would have been 1 if the boss fight didn't piss me off. Legit, it's that one
Oh,
fight that
okay.
ruined the whole game for me. But it has
That
my
is right.
favorite. But it has my favorite boss fights in it, and 1 has one of my most memorable moments in games, but it's just a game I wouldn't enjoy now.
I loved one. Like I was playing on the PS Vita in TAC during like what do you call it, uh, lectures and stuff, and I was just
Yeah.
like loving life, sitting in the back of the class, just playing the shit out of that on my Vita.
Like
What was-
like I would say none of them are bad games, but it's just sort of where I'm at now as like someone who plays games now. But like again, it's just sort of like a thing, like
I have played every single one. Like I played Acid and Portable Ops and all them. They're
I haven't.
fantastic.
I think I haven't. I want to play Metal Gear 1 and 2 though, just to actually say I've played them.
Oh yeah, they're in the collection, Connell. So
Yeah.
they
Is
were
that-
no, they were on the PS3 collection.
Oh yeah, I never. I oh fuck! I think I got a PS3 then and play.
They're really good. They're a bit buggy, like just
I
like,
have them.
they're like natural bugs. It's not like the port had bugs. It was like this. They always did have these bugs.
Do you know what it was? I never really cared that I didn't play them, but then I watched the guy. It was like, can he beat every Metal Gear game? I think it was in a week, and I watched them play them, and I was like, I think that'd be alright for one playthrough, and then
Yeah, no, they're good. I enjoyed them a lot, but obviously I enjoy much more
retro-y stuff.
arcanic games. I would say maybe
Archaic.
archaic. That's the fucking word I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Any closing thoughts on Metal Gear Solid 3, guys?
I recommend Johnny if he wants to play a stealth game to play them, and will definitely play 4.
I mean,
You're not allowed
I'm
to-
waiting
you're not allowed to-
until. Yeah.
Recommendation until that segment.
I mean, I'm waiting just personally. I think they're planning to release 4 for PC. And
I
like
think
the
I think it's in
collection.
the second collection, yeah. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's
so
divided.
I have the. I'm gonna wait for that to release. Hopefully.
Yeah, I
That's
think
the
it'll
hope, yeah.
change your game game soundtrack perspective.
Yeah.
You have to remember the cell processors on PS3 is the main reason Metal Gear Solid 4
Yeah,
runs with
I
it.
just know it's
Yeah.
notoriously like impossible to port.
3 discs.
But it's rumored that PlayStation is on the verge of getting PS3 emulation done for PS5.
I've heard this. I'm really excited.
That'd be
Because
pretty cool if it's true.
there's nothing holding me back from giving you 4's challenge there, Tristan.
Except for your love for me. Anyway, the next section is a fan favorite because it's confusing. The next section is Platinum Bet.
It is confusing even for us.
The numbers
So-
changed, people!
The numbers have changed. Someone has done alright. Connell, what are you sitting at?
8.
Holy shit. Okay.
You're close, Tristan, aren't you? You're very close.
Yeah, it's just
I'm actually not that far off.
Oh, okay. What number yet?
So, no,
No?
Connell, what have you platinumed since the last episode?
I cannot say.
okay.
Oh.
Could not say what you platinumed.
I can't say till that section.
Oh yeah, no, yes, yes, yes.
Spoiler.
That's,
Yeah.
Spoiler.
you were on 7.
I was on
it
7.
one
I did.
point just?
What, sorry?
Was it just 1 point?
Yeah.
Okay. What else have you been playing? You playing anything else you got set up for a couple of platinums, or you got any games on there?
Well, my brother said I can take his PlayStation, so I could basically get 3. Or, yeah, 3. So I can finally finish God of War Ragnarok, and then Ratchet and Clank Crack in Time. And then
Rift Apart, you mean?
Rift Apart, sorry. And then I actually finally installed Tales of Arise, which I've heard is a pretty good.
Oh, that is like peak backlog game for me. When I get a PS5, I played the demo for that game. The art design is actually so beautiful.
I haven't played a Tales game since Zalia. I think I have the Zalia who's collector's edition down here. I haven't played a Tales game since Zalia, so I really enjoyed the shit out of Zalia 1. I'll probably go back one day and play Zalia 2, but
I love Tales of Berseria.
Actually, I have Berseria actually on Steam and Symphonia on Steam as well. The Zalia isn't on Steam, which is really unfortunate. 'cause I
Berseria
love
is the
Zalia.
only one I've ever played, so I'm gonna go play through some of the series soon.
If you want Zalia for your PlayStation 3, I'll lend you. It's so good. Like the intro for the game is like an anime intro. Like that's the one thing. Like William, I think I've actually showed you a few of these. Like the Tales games intros literally look like anime openings. They're fantastic.
That's because Color Studio does them.
Yeah, no, it's so good, and like I think, like obviously, I was in my like I was just knee deep in One Piece and Bleach when I first played it, and I was like, "Oh my god, this game's amazing!" And then
Yeah.
I was like playing turn-based games the whole time, and then I turned around and this game's actually it's not turn-based, it's like active combat with like active like abilities and stuff. I was like, "Oh my god, I'm playing this, so good."
Is that so? That's the games on the bucket list.
Well, I've got a few things, but we'll see how I get on next month. Well, next podcast.
Next month for us episode twice.
Yeah.
The so I am at 5.
Oh.
I was so close to getting at 6 today.
And
Did
you
not.
didn't.
I didn't. I'm like I'll probably beat it maybe tomorrow, I guess. Hopefully I'll have time to. But I have got 5. 4 of them are platinums. 2 of them are 100%. So that's obviously a half point. Uh,
Right.
so to start off with the one I really disliked. So I'm playing a lot of retro shmups at the moment, which are top-down shoot 'em ups. It was unfamiliar. Um, they can be top-down or they can be side-scrolling. To be honest, actually,
Not
they're
much.
basically bullet hells, which I'm a big fan of. I did research. I've got an exhaustive list of all the ones I'm playing, and I'm going to be playing for them over the next few months and weeks. The one I just did not like, and it was even more annoying that it was such an easy platinum. It's called Show 'em Up. This must have been a cash grab. I don't know why this was on a list of recommendations online when I looked up. This the only redeeming quality for this game is the movement's okay. It's different. You actually use the left analog stick to move and the right one to position your ship where you need to aim. It's like really loose, and the options menu was just mute, so you could just mute the game.
Ah,
I have actually never like I used it because I was like, yeah, I must not listen to this dog shit soundtrack, which I'm pretty sure was just stolen. I hate this shit on someone's creation, but Jesus Christ, this was terrible.
You were so upset when you were like playing it. Like you just
Yeah,
came in
you
and
saw
you
me.
got... No, because you came in like, oh, I got this game. I'm doing research and I got this game, and then not even I think it was like 20 minutes later. It's like I hate this game so much, and you never say you hate
Yeah.
games, so it was like a shock.
It was honestly like the Sly Cooper was looking me in the face.
I was literally about to say throw a throwback clip to the first podcast
Yeah,
episode.
it's not as bad as Sly Cooper because it actually it's fun,
my
you
God.
can play it. But
okay.
Mm-hmm.
so
So-
another one is I'm also going through some Sega Genesis games and some of them are on PlayStation. So the first one was called Janog, which is another shmup. You basically play as a male Valkyrie, which I thought was quite funny. And you do like shmup sections. See this game? This game is actually its art style. It's actually just awesome. Like it goes. Do you know like if you have people that play shmups, they go like really outside space creature zomboid thing.
Yeah.
This game just goes full like killing gods of the most craziest. It's like Old Testament gods you're killing. That's what they look like. They're nuts, and it's so good. And the gameplay is really good, and the soundtrack is fantastic as well. It's the same with the game Glade Lancer. This is like the PC-98 engine. If anybody's ever heard of that,
Nope.
or do you
No.
remember those old school? No, PC-98. It was basically a console kind of where it's most of that anime pixel art style comes from. So
Yeah.
like Snatcher and stuff,
Oh,
all that
yeah.
art style and Place Nuts. That's all PC-98 stuff.
That's cool.
So it's, yeah, I could link you guys some videos about it. It's actually pretty cool. History stuff. Glare Lancer basically uses its story as you're a cute anime girl who needs to go into space to save her father, and generally just the soundtrack and the gameplay. It goes into like you go through dimensions and stuff, like and it uses the idea of a shmup in very interesting, fun ways. That was a good another one, and then the other two I played were Raiden and Gradius. They're classic shmups. Konami made Gradius one of their very first games. So it's like one of the classic arcade games, and that was 100%. And then Raiden is a fantastic game where you basically play as a hunter in the military. You just shoot tanks and stuff and crazy bosses, and it just gives you that like you play certain games for the power fantasy,
Yeah.
like end game Skyrim and stuff like that there, and prototype games where you just want to destroy things. When you get all your power-ups in this game, that's what it feels like. You're just like, I am unstoppable. That's like the best part about it. Like a cookie clicker sort of thing. I'm unstoppable at this point. But so it was really fun. And then Null Drifter, that was another one I played before. Still a fantastic game. It is like if you just took the core of what I love about video games, that's what that game is. It's just like get a high score, get money, put points in, the game gets faster. Do it over again. That's why I just love that. And then the big story game I was playing was a Shenmue for the very first time, as you can see by my profile picture. I have fallen in love with this game. It is
I
guys,
thought
it's
it was
soundtrack.
Yakuza. I didn't realize it was Shenmue.
No, that's Ryu Hazuki. I think it's or Hazuki, something like that. But it's so good. This game is it's so archaic. Got that word right, thank you, William.
You're welcome.
But love it. I am so close to platinum it. 100% will because I'm loving it so much. Uh, but it's just so good, guys. It's just so good. This soundtrack is just it's like one of them games you play and you just want to have a cup of tea while you play it and wrap up in a blanket. It's just cozy. It's just a cozy ass video game. And the combat is actually very interesting where you learn different martial arts by doing training. Like you go to the dojo every morning and practice with Fuki-san stuff, and like it's like you are living the life of this teenager from school. You know what I mean?
I'm changing
Yeah.
your name to that in Discord, Fuki-san.
Fuki-san, yeah. Yeah. That's the name. It's like Fuki-san or something like that. But for me, what I've got on the horizon is I'm very excited to play our next game club game.
Yep.
Very excited because I've
Another
never played
spoiler.
it.
Is it what
No
I?
spoiler.
Spoiler.
What?
Oh yes, sorry. No, I just realized.
Spoiler.
What it was.
No, I'm
Sorry,
not gonna
no,
spoil it.
I played, but
I'm
actually,
also
I'm pretty excited to play it too.
I'm also going to play another shmup called Race Storm, which is a 3D action shmup, and then I'm going to. I think I might try and platinum Sekiro.
Oh no.
I'm
How
getting
many
the itch to
playthroughs do
play
you
the
need
game.
for that?
Sekiro isn't that hard. It's grindy.
60 hours. Yeah, it's not that
Yeah.
hard.
It's grindy.
Yeah, that's what
Because
I'm saying.
you
Oh,
have to do
no.
four.
I
You
know
have to
the
do like
grind.
4 playthroughs if you don't like abuse the backup saves, and then you have to get all the
Yeah, yeah.
levels.
No, but the thing
Yeah, it's
is,
just
like,
a
you
lot
can
tougher.
run. It's like any Souls game. Once you beat it once, you can just blitz through the game. But it's literally upgrading the tools.
Yeah,
The thing
because
is,
you have to
the
farm the
problem is
lapis and all.
for my points, I'm going to start going for some 10 out of 10s. I will redeem myself before the end of this year. I've said it once and I'll say it again, and I'll probably say it a third time because it might be true then. I am going to platinum BPM and get 5 points. I'm just going to do it eventually, right?
Yeah, you only one off, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
We all know. We all know it's. Oh yeah, yeah. I did make a new account from the last episode. I've made 3.
Ah,
That was my
I
last bet to you on it.
yeah no I know
you
what I
lost a
made the
lot of
next
bets
day.
on it.
Yeah. Also, I'm getting a real itch, Connell. I don't know about you,
Making
about
your
this game.
account.
And Day's gone.
I'll be honest. I want 2 difficult ones this year. I do want us to go back and do the one we were doing together. Us 3.
Isn't Days
I,
Gone the one that came out in December? It was like just a cash grab.
no,
What? No,
Days
no,
Gone's
that's
a good
Days
game.
before. That's
Oh,
Days
no,
before.
so my bad.
Oh, we don't talk
Days,
about
Days
this.
Gone.
Days Gone's the
Days Gone.
zombie one.
Ah, right.
Sons of Anarchy, Walking Dead.
It's such a shame that its creator was like one of the most outspoken developers though, because the fans were like going mental being like, oh, we want a sequel, and the guy's like, yeah, we should have bought the game when it came out, not when it came out in PS Plus.
Yeah, I have the collector's edition, so I'm like a big fan of Ben Studios.
Again.
What do you call what do you call him? I can't remember his name right now. But he's now moving on to another studio, but he was actually making a game with NFTs, so I don't know how he's doing now.
Oh.
Not too well
Yeah.
from the sound of it.
Oh.
So hopefully, I think it was called Ashfall or something like that. It was some terrible name.
Well, they're working on stuff at the minute too, Ben Studios.
Yeah, there's rumors that they're doing a massive open world multiplayer game, but like with co-op multiplayer, not.
Yeah, I'm just looking at their job openings right now. Yeah, it is very big.
Yeah, so and they said they're using technology that they made in Days Gone, which don't to me the only technology they made in Days Gone was the horde system, so I'm all up for it.
Interesting.
The horde system was incredible in that game. I just love the motorbike mechanics. Yeah, that's we'll see what we're like. You know, so December's the end of this bet. Connell's been in the lead the entire time. Shocking.
I mean, you're probably get like 7 and then make a new account and go back to 0 next episode. Back to the normal.
Do you want to bet on it?
No,
already
we're not.
said
We're
you
not.
can't.
Can you
What-
bet
what-
on it?
We're
What is
not buying
left?
into this.
What
We're
is
not-
left for me to take from you?
For reference, me and Will,
Everything.
have both got a statue from Tristan William.
I do.
We covered that in the
I-
last episode.
Yeah, but I'm still owed
So am I.
stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, but if
we're
I
owed,
redeem myself by December, I'll get my stuff back.
so we don't sell it.
No.
No.
Well, I'd rather you didn't. If I win
Well-
the bet in December, I'll be happy.
I don't know how much
That's
those
a big
statues
if.
go for.
Couple
I don't
hundred.
think the Cyberpunk one goes for much, but that Final Fantasy one definitely does.
How about the Dark Souls?
Yeah, no. Dark Souls one will sell.
Yeah, it'll sell, alright.
No, I have black market dealers. We could do this.
So if you want to leave a message of support in the comments section, I would appreciate it.
I'll stick the platinums in one account.
Yeah, well, that's easier than said than done.
No, it's
Uh,
not.
No, it really isn't.
Literally, no one
Not
here has
if you're
made a
me-
new account for years.
right, listen, if you're me,
59
everything's
platinum,
difficult
bingo
for you.
one.
Yeah, we don't know what's wrong with you though. That's the issue.
no
one
well,
knows.
yeah. A few people have made comments, but we can't say this on the podcast. Uh, that's the end of Platinum Bet section. Thank God, because I got out of there by the skin of my teeth.
Nope.
So,
He'll come back.
For
for
sure.
this
Going
next
around with it.
section, we have a brand new section.
Yep.
So we do with our my beautiful, beautiful baby boy.
Gizmo.
Gizmo is currently. Yeah, no, he's alive. He's breathing. I just want to make sure there.
Are you
But
sure?
Pinocchio. He's
It's like-
Pinocchio.
He is actually like out cold. It's ridiculous. You take and knock him out. That dog. That dog is still going to live longer than David, though. That's what I keep saying.
Oh.
You'll,
I hope.
you'll make it happen.
You have to do some dirty
No.
work to make that.
David's going to listen to this, and I want you to know, David, you're a dog to me.
It's gonna be awkward when like if Gizmo goes and you taxidermy him. Then
Yeah.
No, that's the running joke between me and David, that he's not allowed to, what do you call it, die before Gizmo does. I just also realised another thing.
what?
There's no emails for this episode. I forgot the message. That's okay. That's alright. Alright, so anyway, the next section is...
This might be tears.
The next section is brought to you by William,
Yep.
and this section is called Underwill.
Yeah.
Go ahead, explain it.
So pretty much, I gave up in the last one because I ran out of games, and some people just stock my Steam games and then just guess what I play instead of actually guessing. John. So instead, this section is because I play a lot of games, a lot of random games. I'm gonna start talking about some underrated games I think that I've played a good amount of hours in. And I think other people need to play and definitely deserve more recognition. First one I'm going to talk about is Gunfire Reborn, which is a first-person shooter roguelike in a similar vein to Borderlands. In the fact that it has similar skill trees to Borderlands and skill upgrades you can get, and you can be as OP as you can be in Borderlands. So, very fun game. I've about 30 hours in it now. I started playing it really last month, I think, and I got most of those hours in a month. I've just been addicted to it. You should probably see me on Steam just playing it constantly.
Oh.
So how it works is you select a hero. There are 4 heroes in the base game. Each of them plays slightly differently. There's a generalist, one is melee, one's abilities he just holds 2 guns, and another's like a sniper. You start off with just nothing. You find different guns as you go in the game. Every gun is unique, as every gun has a random effect from like a list of like 100, I think. And they can be combined in different ways. So every gun is unique, and you make it build. Progressively, you do these rooms of challenges, different enemies. You get unlocks at the end of the room, either skills, skill upgrade, where you choose one of 3 skills for your character to make yourself stronger, or what are called scrolls, which are just random effects, different effects you can have for your character, each having unique builds you can build around for them. And you pretty much do. I think it's 4 stages, then a boss, and then it resets 3 times. And then every time you beat a run, similar roguelike, you get a higher difficulty. It goes normal, elite. I want to say it's insane, and then there's like ascension pretty much after that. And then there's 4 DLC characters as well, which are a lot more unique than the base game. Like there's a fire one is all about fire and shoots fireballs from the sky. One who has a little chicken in a mech suit. Trying to think. There's like a hedgehog which punches really good. That's pretty much his gimmick. That's all it is. He's just really good at punching. And there's a monkey who like uses his hair to grapple onto people and like creates clones of himself to attack others.
Such a furry big game.
It kind of is, but I mean, it's also I find this surprising. It's a Chinese dev team.
Oh, really?
Yep, the game is made in the Chinese dev team. I think it's originally released in China. You can tell with the translation. It's overall translated really well, but there are some things where you can just tell it was translated from another language. Some things don't really make sense. And the abilities get really complicated, and it doesn't really help when you have to do math in your head of multiplication to figure out what this one ability does for your build. But part of me loves that, because then I just love being that OP in a build.
That's
Similar
Borderlands.
Yeah, it's just the Borderlands mentality kicking in.
100%.
There's like different gun elements, and each element has a unique effect. There's this unique guns you can get. One of my favorite is just a brick, where you just throw a brick and it's classified as a sniper.
Yeah.
When did this game release?
It released
50 years ago.
2021, so 3 years old.
Never heard of it.
I thought it was older. I thought it was 18 or something.
No, it's 3 years old, so pretty solid. Yeah, and everybody should play it because it is very good.
I will back William on this. It actually has been on my radar a while. It is very interesting.
Yeah. There's the only complaint I'd say I personally have with it is that after a while there's 4 stages, but the maps are they randomize the room layouts, but in terms of like what the way maps look, they're pretty much the same. You have like an indoor temple, that's the very beginning stage, and then you have a desert, and then after the desert, I believe it is like almost like a Chinese dock village.
Oh, it's on PlayStation.
Yeah, Chinese dock
Yeah.
village. And then at the end, it's like a snowy mountain. It's the final area. But each area has 2 different bosses you can get.
It's a
And
hard
then-
platinum.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'm sure. Oh, I assume it's just every character max ascension or something.
No, it's a lot of nightmare difficulty.
Yeah,
Complete
it's, like,
nightmare
it's not
difficulty in
insane.
30
It's not,
minutes.
it's not insane. It's nightmare. My bad.
Yeah, complete nightmare difficulty in 30 minutes. Unlock every weapon.
Yeah. You unlock weapons by doing challenges in the game. The completely different challenges unlock you different weapons, and usually whenever you unlock the weapon, it drops it automatically for you, so you can just pick it up.
Oh no, 0.6% people have unlocked it.
Damn.
So that's a 10 out of 10.
Oh no! What have I started?
Well, by that logic, you would have to go on Steam, because I've had to do that for
I can
No
check
More
right now
Heroes.
what percentages of people
Yeah,
getting the achievements.
because it hasn't been out on consoles for that long.
'Cause I just passed it bang. I got 61% already. It's 0.9% to complete all the achievements on Steam.
So we're going to say a 10 out of 10.
I don't know. Well, we can't deliberate this, but yeah, for now we'll say a 10.
Well, we'll
It was like
consider
it was like when I was playing EPM. We were like, oh, there's no thing to tell us what it is. And I just kept playing, and we just went, oh, it's a 10 out of 10.
See, like, BPM and stuff, and like No More Heroes, and like what was it? What was the other one? Slave Zero X. Those type of games I would expect to have really difficult platinums, but because like Gunfire is like Borderlands, I don't think it'll be that difficult. But maybe
It
I'm
can
wrong.
be pretty challenging. Higher difficulties, enemies will kill you quickly.
Maybe I
And
am
you
wrong.
need-
Then.
You need to get a
Yeah.
build very fast.
Yeah,
I
like
do
some
like the
people are
challenge,
mental.
but it can be challenging, and certain bosses can be really tough. Like, you
I'm
need
actually,
to be ready.
I'll be honest with you, you've actually, and I don't really like these types of games. You know this.
I think I swayed you on this.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna play this game.
The The way
Yeah.
they do level up in this game is you get every run you beat, you get this thing called like essence. It's like a currency. And then there's like an overall skill tree that's unique. So every character, every hero has 5 unique skills. And then there's a massive skill tree that's universal. And then every point you put in that skill tree, you get like 1 level. And like I'm
Uh,
level like 100 and something, and I still haven't got all the skills.
oh my god. The only problem is there a physical version?
I wouldn't say so, since it's, as I said, Chinese dev team. I
I-
wouldn't assume they would.
In fairness, like just recently, like the
And they said there's a lot of Chinese. The reason it's unique, personally, there's a lot of Chinese like mythology in this game. All the characters named after different. I think they're like rip-offs of different Chinese
there is a
like
physical
names
version.
mythologies. Yeah, all the names are like different Chinese mythology characters, but like slightly ripped off.
Yeah. Oh,
You collect like these coins. You have like a shopkeeper who's called the peddler. He's like a little frog. You have like a weaponsmith who's like a big panda.
very cool. I'm just looking here. There you can get it physical, but it's not
Oh,
released yet.
isn't it? When's it releasing?
Not the physical version.
Well, I'd say, does it say release date for the physical?
It says the 31st of 2024, which usually means it's not got its set date yet.
Oh, right.
But no, it does. I don't really like that. The art style looks like watered down textures, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah,
to
it
be
is.
honest.
It's like cell shaded to really fit the Borderlands idea. It is very simplistic, and the enemies do stand out a lot. But I guess that it does help the game. It's one of those games where I personally just like turn my brain off. It's just pure dopamine. I see big numbers on screen. I do this build, I get even bigger numbers.
Yeah.
It's one of those like just turn off your brain and have fun games.
Whereas
Like
like the BPM, maybe not the have fun part. I'm not joking. I did have fun with that game, but like at a certain point, it is turn your brain off, get it done.
yeah,
You're in that flow. There's certain games like
yeah, you
Bayonetta.
definitely
I'm
have
in
that
that
with this.
flow.
Yeah, you have the flow of this. Definitely.
That's the we talk about obviously when we're doing the psychology behind game design stuff. We're doing about the flow.
Ooh.
And there's like you get into the flow of games and it's just like it's like bliss, when you just everything starts hitting.
Yeah, this game I definitely had that. I will say the beginner character, if I remember personally and then friend playing, since it's like a generalist, they're not great at anything. It could be hard initially to like know what build to do for him, because like, you can do a little bit of everything, and a lot of people don't really like him that much. But like you can instantly unlock, I think you have the choice between the bird who can do melee and then the dog who dual wields guns.
Yeah.
So you can very quickly get into like more unique characters that fit whatever playstyle you want.
Is this the Desperado
Multiplayer?
one?
Yeah, yeah. He just
It is.
yeah. And literally, although the different names, the abilities are literally the exact same as Borderlands. Like I literally see the abilities like, oh, that's just like this from Borderlands. Like the dog can hold 2 guns is just Gunzerker, and he has the good ability where he can shoot 2 grenades instead of 1, and that's just double your fun.
I would say like
I,
the fox character. I think. Well, is he a dog or a fox? The cowboy one.
I think it's a dog. Because there's another fox character who like summons fireballs from the sky.
The one with the wee cowboy hat. It was like the one I really wanted to play just from like looks alone. To be
Yeah,
fair.
the one who dual wields guns.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's one of my favorites. You can have some really
I'm
fun builds.
interested. I'm very interested.
Every
in
character, I'd say there's 3 different skill trees for each character. So you have roughly 3 different builds you can do for every character.
That's so Borderlands.
So-
It's not even funny.
Yeah, I know. This game was just perfect for me.
Literally.
Like the dog, you have the first skill tree is all about just buffing your damage when you're in like your Gunzerk mode. The middle skill tree is about being survivability and being tanky while in that mode. And then the third skill tree is all about your grenades. So you can just do like grenade builds, or you can do like one shotgun build, or just like survivability builds. That's just one character specifically. Imagine that for like every single character has like that many builds and stuff. And like there's all the guns, every gun having different enhancements. So every run feels very unique.
See, this is good because I think has everyone here played Borderlands? Like one at least.
Or any
Uh,
of
A
them.
wee bit of one, yeah.
That'll be a bit of one, yeah.
I remember, like, well, I think it was last year. Me and John were playing through one, and he's playing the hunter. I actually sent him a screenshot of like the ultimate optimal sniper build for that time.
Yeah. I mean, if you don't know, I have on Steam alone, I have 640 hours in Borderlands 2. Xbox, when I used to play it, and I got it when it released, so add about another 100 to 200 onto that. They have another 203. So I love that franchise, and the roguelike that's same in that franchise is just perfect for me.
And 3 has the best story.
I played that game with dialogue muted.
I am actually, I am with William on that. Once I played through it the first time, like,
You
my
played
I
the
actually,
first time, and
I
then
go
you
the
used
other, I go the other way. I boost it.
dialogue. Do you not
I
like
turn down the gameplay.
you really love the Twitch streamers as villains?
Well, most Twitch streamers come out as villains anyway. Like, look at Doctor Wizard's
Oh no.
Here we go. There we go.
now we're getting to the reason.
Yeah, well, that's good
That's my
actually.
view
That
of
was,
Gunfire
um,
Reborn.
yeah, I like this section actually because
And it
we
is
want to play
I
more
don't know if
games.
it's crossplay, but I know it is multiplayer PC. So if you get it, I will be forcing you at gunpoint to play with me. I'm sorry, this is going to happen.
We all know I need more games to play since I barely play video games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
exactly.
a game, me and William. So both me and William have got Tristan interested in the game now in the last couple of episodes.
I mean, I'm slowly getting interested and addicted to roguelikes.
What
like
did you
me.
get? What did you get me into?
Suffering.
Suffering.
Remember the last one I done for like the horror game I was telling you
Oh
about?
yeah.
You really like
PS2 one.
extended
Sorry.
it? Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Sorry. I was actually wondering why in my notes when I was doing this writing up this podcast episode today it said the suffering play dumbass. I was like, what?
He already goes through enough suffering as it is.
No, I was like, I don't need this right now. Right. We were workshopping earlier on to do like a wee preamble to the podcast of what my hot take section should be.
Yep.
We've decided to change it from the original idea, because they just think it's goofy. But the new one, I rated some people here. Tristan's hot takes this episode. I am of the strong belief and confirmation that Connor Kenway is the best Assassin's Creed protagonist.
No.
Right, reasons why I go.
Connor has the most complex and evolved character throughout his story arc.
He
He
does?
starts off, yes, he starts off as this basically angry brat that is trying to obviously accept he's dealing with stuff in the wrong way completely. You know, of his family, his village being burnt down, and the complexity of how he feels about that with how his father's involved with that and his mother Dan, and you know, he sees his mother's dies and get burnt, you know, with the wood and stuff as she tries to save him. And then he grows up with all these outsiders that he's not known, and it was obviously a close knit community of him and his people. So he's thrown into this world, and then he discovers about the assassins and Templars. Uh, it's the way it frames it, and as he grows, and obviously the story for Assassin's Creed 3 is like it takes years to get through, you know, that way, and story wise.
Oh,
Because
yeah,
obviously
it's like, it's pretty
you
much,
start off as Hatham. Yeah, it's his entire life. You know what I mean? And the maturity and the growth that character goes through, I love it. Mind you to say, Assassin's Creed 3 is also my favorite game.
there's another Assassin's Creed character you may have heard of. He also go through his entire life. But I think he's
Yes,
a
but
far better written character in the game before.
Yeah, he's a good written character up until
Ezio
the
Auditore.
start of. He's a good written character up until the start of Assassin's Creed Brotherhood.
Really?
Yep.
May I
Like-
can I just like before William goes on his rant? So NCO 3 games, Connor 1. They didn't even bring him back for 4. They used his grandfather.
Oh yeah, because that's what makes a good character.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that wasn't my point either.
Yeah,
that was one of mine. What I was saying. Well, go ahead.
It's just like you say, you know, literally. I think Ezio as a character is one of the characters video you see them most often in their life. You literally see them from birth to death. But like you also see them evolve similarly to Connor, where he starts off as this bratty child. I think the very first mission is him beating up some thugs.
Oh, he's not bratty. He's charismatic. No,
No,
in
he
the
is.
first.
He definitely is. He
He's
definitely is.
No, he's not.
playboy, and
Like
then
a
He's a
playboy, yeah.
playboy. He's charismatic. No, he's not
Like
bratty. He's
douchey.
charismatic. You love Ezio from the start. You
He
do.
is kind of douchey.
Yeah, but that's not the way he's presented. He's presented
But
as a
then,
charmer. You
well,
know,
I guess
he's good with the
spoilers
yeah.
for Assassin's Creed 2. But obviously, you
2009 game. Don't you dare.
yeah, yeah, I know. This may be a big turning off point, but his
Do you know
family
that?
dies.
Oh my god, it's like someone spoiling Sixth Sense. Do you know that guy was Bruce Willis the entire time?
But whenever his family dies, then you have his arc where he goes to depressed for a while. Then he goes to revenge, and you're pretty much doing a quest for revenge for a lot of the game. But then after you realize that that's not the true way, what he should do, then it evolves after 2 into Brotherhood, where he learns his true destiny, and the revenge was not the way to go, and actually it's to rebuild and try to instead of
Yeah,
allowing the Templars to continue doing what they're doing, they try and help the city in the long term by making the assassins more prevalent again in Italy.
I agree. I agree. I'm not saying that Ezio's a bad character, by the way. What I'm saying is that Connor is a more complex and deep, more fulfilling character in his arc. Like you said about Ezio learning to forgive.
Yeah,
Ezio's forgiven someone that killed his family. Absolutely, that's a hard thing to forgive. But
yeah.
he's forgiven a stranger. Connor is dealing with the fact that his father is purely implicated to doing this, and he actually changes his father's mind of the way that the Templars work and what actually should be set in order. Because like when you first play as Hatham in Star Assassin's Creed 3, he is a cold, calculated killer. He is properly resolved in what he believes, and then he is very calm. He is level headed. He makes decisions based on pure logic. Connor is hot headed at the start of the game. Like the first time Connor kills someone, it's violent. You know what? It's not. It's like a burst. It's like a burst. It's violence. It's that character just exploding. That's all that pumped up aggression. And it's more realistic because that's what a person would be going through that. Because when you look at Connor and Ezio, there's a lot of similarities. Obviously, they're both thrusted into this world, through death.
Yeah.
But Ezio takes it to naturally. Ezio, you've never Ezio's never held a sword before, but the first time you pick up the outfit and the sword, you kill 2 guards immediately. For me, that wasn't as rich as when Connor
Well,
first
you do
kills a
get
person.
trained. You get trained
Hi
to how to do
Mario.
that. Yeah, like the initial part is you go to
No,
this fight,
no,
and then you get trained how to fight.
no. You've
Yeah.
misremembered how that goes. You don't. You kill 2 people at the very start of the game as soon as you get the outfit before your brother and father even die. You kill multiple guards. You do.
I'm pretty sure it's
No,
like that's not
no,
synchronization. Though. I'm pretty sure it's just he sneaks past them
no, no. He kills them.
attention.
You, he kills them 100%. There's no way you're getting past this one. He kills them. You go out to the courtyard after you get the outfit. Using the first time you use Eagle Vision, you have a sword, and he kills the 2 guards.
I need to remember all my knowledge for every single Assassin's Creed 2 scene. The
Exactly. Uh, when
yeah,
it
but
have my brain, it'd be easier. But yeah, that's what I'm saying about just like the
yeah,
fact that
true.
if it feels less. And by the way, still love Assassin's Creed 2, Brotherhood, and Revelations. Revelations would be my favorite out of that series.
I mean, I
Also,
like the only part I don't like about Revelations is the tower defense sections, but I do love like the
oh yeah,
drawback
yeah,
to Altair and stuff.
yeah.
I
The story, the story is
I
fantastic.
Yeah,
I just fact checked
Uh,
this. Tristan's right.
is it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Honestly just didn't remember. I thought you snuck
you did.
past them all.
Don't worry, guys. I knew I was right. The the thing with Connor is I feel like the story and the involvement he
I
has.
mean, I just don't like in 3 how it goes almost mystical. Where like he sees like through the was bird's eye and stuff, and then he sees like the gods.
But yeah, that's to do with his. I'm not going to even try and pronounce his Native American name,
No, but
but
like I just don't
that's
like
to
how
do
it's
with
like
that.
it. I don't know. I just never like. So I guess Assassin's Creed 2 is the first one. Assassin's Creed 3, story wise, really heavily it goes into it. Like it goes all about the gods and stuff. It really
Well,
takes away like make it much larger stakes than it should be.
yeah, no, but we're not talking about I'm talking about the character,
Yeah, I
not the
know.
game.
But yeah, I just didn't
The-
even like that because like he just got these abilities then. He just kind of had these abilities because he was gifted them. If I
no,
remember correctly.
no, that's in. If you think properly, 2 just gives Ezio the abilities. 3 actually goes to explain of why Connor has them because of his Native American heritage and his connection with the animals. The connection with the eagle, the connection with the owl and the elks and stuff like that. It grounds it more. It's not that it grounds it in reality, but it grounds it in that world's reality. You know what I mean?
I mean, the idea Ezio's in his bloodline.
Yeah, good answer, I guess.
Sorry,
And he's,
I got it from the animals.
yeah, but when you think about the connection, when you think about the
Both are
connection,
pretty ridiculous.
well, the connections the Native American have to animals aren't ridiculous. That's like a spiritual thing, you know what I mean?
I know that, but like it's still the
That's
same
what he
thing.
is. But he's Native American. It's connecting his stories. He's not just some
I'd
Italian
also
that's
argue
related to a
that
guy called
I
Mario.
would say Connor's not even the most interesting character in his own game. I'd say his dad is more of an interesting character.
I would have said that until I replayed his three, and I found that Hatham actually is the catalyst that makes Connor better after he's gone. Like so, like I feel like Connor's character, he is like obviously he is an assistant to Connor's character, but when it comes to when it comes to like the villains bouncing off, like Ezio versus Borgia,
Yeah,
like hands down, the Borgia family is way better, especially in
yeah,
Brotherhood.
yeah.
Like they're phenomenal. Charles Lee isn't for me like the best protagonist, the
Yeah, it was
antagonist.
just cool that you played as him, but like as a protagonist, he's kind of like generic evil Templar. But until like the end, I guess.
Oh no, you're talking about his father. His father that is not really the antagonist. The antagonist is Charles Lee.
Oh well, yeah, but like they work together for most of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
I
Charles
always
Lee's
forget that his father's not the antagonist. It's like the other
yeah,
guy he's with.
yeah. It's that's the thing. That's why it says that if his father was the antagonist, I think it would also take away from it though. Away from the story because it wouldn't have that bring him back to the light as they say. And two, I think Assassin's Creed. If we're talking about just the way like the character, everything centers around Connor. And I think the side characters are just much better in three. It helps support him in a way. Like I feel like Ezio went through a lot of side characters. Like Leonard Vigi's obviously great, and his uncle Mario.
Yeah,
But past that, I can't really think of any older ones.
I just can't think of any from three, so twos is winning like that.
Well, fair enough then. I can't argue. If you cover, I can't go with your brain and make you remember. That's not gonna work.
But I played both. Like I remember, I played through them recently. Well, recently, like 2 years ago, maybe a year ago. I just can't remember any of the characters from three compared to two.
There's the
Like I just remember like the historical events he was in. He just seemed like he'd just hop from major historical event to major historical event in three.
yeah. So did Ezio, if you remember correctly, which I don't think you do. That's
Yeah,
literally the whole thing with Assassin's Creed, though. That's just like the Assassin's Creed thing. Like it's the same with
but I don't
like
remember like the characters help. I remember all the characters you meet, but I don't remember any of the characters that like actually
well,
help
see
you.
the characters you meat are more in more recent pop culture stuff, like Charles
You
Lee and
meet,
stuff.
yeah,
Ethan Kenware and what do you call the can't remember his exact name, but the old man. I remember everything about him except for his bloody name. The
yeah.
trains Connor and stuff like that there, and teaches him the way of the assassins. I my like to saying about like about historical events and stuff like the big ones. Like even with my second favorite character Bayak, he's there for the killing of what do you call it, Cleopatra's brother and stuff.
Oh
The
yeah, yeah,
crocodiles, like they always that's what Assassin's Creed is. It's always about being in the famous events.
yeah.
But I feel like he just as a character, he is more well developed and there's given time to breathe. I mean, like that character is allowed to grow.
I mean,
Ezio's like go 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 go,
I'd say
and
there's
like
still points in too. There's definitely like points where like you're not like, I always remember like the fair, like the festival, as like a slower point in the story.
yeah,
And then
that's where you're going to the uh oh yes, where the client the
yeah, like you
I
see all like the Ferris games and stuff.
Renaissance
Yeah,
the
yeah, sorry,
Renaissance
yeah.
yeah. No, yeah, like that, but it doesn't really move the character forward. You're just actually just playing mini games there. You're not actually doing much.
I
Like
feel
there's
like
no
it's
real
good like
story.
break in the story.
Yeah, but I'm talking about slow moments that increase character development. You know that way.
Yeah,
Like there's,
in
there's
Revelations, you have a few, especially him talking to the spirits of the past
yeah.
and stuff.
I honestly think Ezio's best character moment is in the movie, where he dies.
The
Like
movie,
his
like
character.
the live
Yeah,
action one.
no, the animated one
Oh,
set
okay. I
after
was going to
Revelation.
say.
Oh, yeah, the animated movie where Ezio actually passes away is
No,
beautiful.
I have
Uh,
not heard of it. I've only heard of
oh,
the live action one.
I'm trying. Why am I can't think of the name right now. Has anybody else watched it?
I don't think these two have been played much Assassin's Creed.
No,
Me,
haven't
I
played a single
have.
game from the series.
I have, yeah.
Where's my help,
Yeah.
Colin?
What do you call it? What do you call the Assassin's Creed movie? With Ezio in it, and it's where he actually passes away.
Oh,
It's beautiful. I think that has more character development in it than most of the games.
Be searching.
are you on about the 2016 one?
No, not the live action one. That's what I was thinking of as well.
Yeah, that's why I was like, wow.
Apparently, there's an animated one.
I'm looking up here. There's one called Assassin's Creed Lineage. Is that it?
Embers?
Embers or Lineage or
Embers,
Ascendance?
that's it. Embers.
Embers, yeah.
It chronicles the last few years of Ezio's life as after he retires from the assassins, and he's living in the Tusca villa near his uncle's place with the girl Sophia from
So
Revelations.
it's completely. Oh, is it? I thought the end of Revelations that he just sat in the room to his death.
No, he leaves, and
Oh yeah, he
is
leaves,
like-
then comes back, right?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
basically the story of that one is beautiful, and I think it has more character development than the games do. But I just think that Connor definitely does, and I think the voice actor for Connor is absolutely incredible. Like the amount of emotion that actor brings. I wish his name, but I remember like seeing the scenes of Connor, and like like when he gets angry or when he's talking or when he's feeling pain or loss, like it. And we got more time to play as him. Like some people obviously it's up to people's preference, but you got more time to play as him as a kid, and some people find those tedious, some people didn't. But I just I just felt
I
like
feel
the
like
game was as a whole.
First playthrough, then pretty alright, pretty good, but like second, third playthrough, they do feel tedious.
I've done 9 playthroughs of that game, but I'm also me, so I can get your point.
Yeah, but I feel like that's in like I just want to get to like when I actually like get all the mechanics and stuff. At least with 2, it feels pretty quick, like until you get to that
I'll
point.
be honest. I'll be honest. I'm gonna add to the list Assassin's Creed 3 here to play my platinums.
Do
See,
2
that-
as well. No, you should do 2 and like the trilogy, and then get a good comparison of both.
Yo, no, I think I definitely will go back.
Or
and
just do
play
the
them
whole
all.
series. Just do 1.
Well, one doesn't have a platinum, unfortunately.
Oh,
Can't
doesn't
do
it?
4 either because the multiplayer's still tied to it as well.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm not doing 4.
Then do the Ezio trilogy 3. There's the trilogy
I
3.
think I think I might go that way. Or just play 3. Mind.
Or play the Ezio trilogy.
I'll see. So yeah, any closing thoughts, anybody?
Requiesce.
Closing thoughts?
Requiesce at the Pacha, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, that's our reference.
Yeah, that's a reference.
So, let's go into the game club. The
Dun, dun, dun.
this month was Connell's pick. Connell, would you like to present a said game?
Dragon Ball Z Kakaroto.
For those who need a translation, I am an expert in Japanese. He said Dragon Ball Z Vegeta.
Oh.
Fajita. No, it's Dragon Ball Z Fajita.
Vita.
Oh, Dragon Ball Z Fajita. Yeah, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. So, some of us have played this before, a wee bit. Some of us
I-
hadn't. Some of us did not need to play it, and we will explain that in recommendation or damnation. Jonathan.
Man.
Oh, you called me out already, damn.
Yeah. What do you called? The. No, wait, you did need to play this?
Oh, yeah, I did.
Yeah. You did, because we let you away with we let you away with Ninja Gaiden.
Nice one. Smooth.
Yeah. and
Nearly
he,
got past him, John.
he didn't want to play it for other reasons.
That I don't think is an excuse.
Why did you not want to play it?
I haven't seen any of Dragon Ball before.
This will take you through the entire thing, and you will have fun.
Yeah, but I don't want to sort of. Here's my thinking. I don't want to just open a menu, see a bunch of characters, like, wow, I have no idea where any of these characters came from.
Well,
No,
Right,
you
I-
don't.
You unlock them
Goku.
as you go. You unlock them as you go.
Best,
You just see
can
Goku.
I say the best thing
I'm
right now
messing
about this
Goku.
game is that this game was clearly made by people who
You
love
love Z, yeah.
every.
Yeah.
No, not just Z.
Oh,
Dragon
yeah,
Ball.
Dragon Ball, yeah, because I remember you get to go
The-
like meet the characters.
When I saw launch getting some love, I was like, hell yes.
Whenever I saw like
Even-
Red Ribbon Army robots attacking me,
Oh
Like,
my
e-
god, yes.
Even Ader as well. Like I didn't expect.
but
Yeah.
like
half
I forget their names, but like at the bottom of the tower.
the Native American.
Yeah,
daughter.
Palmer.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh yeah. And do you know what? Like Ten Shin Han is one of my favorite.
Ah, my boy.
He's so good, and we all know how good he is in DBZ abridged.
Oh, yeah.
The, Kiko, go fuck yourself.
You go fuck yourself.
Uh, I generally I played this on the Switch. I'm going to play it platinum, so I am as well. I had so much fun playing on the Switch.
I played it
Uh,
on release, so I had a
yeah,
lot of fun.
we
I was hyped for it
yeah,
on release, and then like it lived to my expectations. I even pre-ordered it.
it's so good.
I
It's
it's a very solid game. It can be very repetitive, but
There are
it's very
sections I
solid.
don't like
yeah,
about it, but like what it's trying to do, it does pretty well.
Yeah.
yeah. I like the whole linking system. You have to link your characters in order
Oh,
to then get
the community.
buffed.
I
Community.
don't
Yeah.
like that because I just kind of set it and forget it. I don't really put much thought into it.
It's actually
Oh no, I
really
did. I
good
got into
for.
it.
It's good for the late game grind. Like, cause
Panel, did you platinum
I
this?
I, I didn't platinum.
what? Sorry.
Panel platinum this?
Yes, this was my eighth one.
Yeah.
My eighth pointer. It is good. There is a couple bits that was kind of shit. Namely, you wanna so in the game, obviously, you can collect all the Dragon Balls, and you can do wishes to get items.
Yep.
Heavily restricted throughout the story. I think I summoned them twice, and that was because during each arc there's an intermission.
Yeah.
But the thing is it takes 20 minutes real time for them to respawn again, and to summon him 10 times will be after you beat the
No.
story. So this, I can guarantee, will probably be the last trophy when you do this,
Yeah,
because my brother done it before me, and this was his last trophy as well.
one of them ones.
Yeah.
I like the fact that I like there's no multiplayer to it.
Yeah,
I
it's
like
just
that
its own game.
Yeah. This is the first single player game for Dragon Ball since DBC Fusions on the DS, I think.
Is it?
Yeah.
Probably would be, because
Just
most of them are multiplayer fighters.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Which
It'd be
like we can
extra,
agree,
probably,
like
yeah.
some of them are amazing. But
Yeah.
I am just now like beyond hyped for Sparking Zero.
Oh, Sparking Zero. It
This
looks
is
like
like
just what I want from
yeah.
Kakarot's combat, but like way more.
This game has literally revitalized my love for Dragon Ball Z games.
Yeah.
It's not like
I
it wasn't even bad. Like I think the 100% it took me 20 hours.
Yeah, no, sorry,
20 hours?
I'm laughing about the debate of how long this game takes to beat it.
It's not 30 hours.
It honestly took me 30 hours my first playthrough.
Well, that sounds like a skill issue. Jonathan, get him.
Like-
He's taking your segment.
Here's the thing, right? So, I heard your argument, right? I done every single side mission up till the Sail Saga, and then I didn't do any Sail, and I didn't do any Boo, and I still clocked the game in 10 hours. So I don't know what you were doing, Will. This is Jack, because my
I
playtime's
don't
like
even know what I was doing either.
yeah,
You're lost in stall.
my playtime legit is like 1940.
The thing can I mention real quickly before I forget? I
Yeah,
love
mine is-
fishing in this game just because Goku has a fake tail that Bulma apparently made him.
Yeah, just so he can fish because he doesn't know how to fish normally.
That's perfect.
It's 29 hours I took to beat it.
You lied about that hour. You're off the podcast.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Ruined statistics.
The fans were demanding Chris to come back so he could say something.
Okay, what fan said that?
I think it was Chris in the comment section. He was like, "Let me inside, guys." We said next time we'll do it in person. We'll leave him outside.
I think for like
Yeah.
for like any game to like collect stuff for crafting, it's pretty good as well. They're so generous with the nodes. Like one node gets you like 8 to 10 items, and it's usually multiple items, not just one of the same item, which is really good. And even then, like you're getting like 8 items, and you're getting like 2 to 3 per item. So like grinding.
I love the game, but there's one thing I don't like. It's around the Frieza saga. You get near enough money to just get infinite healing, and for the wrap point on, the rest of the game, all challenge is gone because you have infinite healing.
I wouldn't even say that. I would say the sensu beans.
But like I think the hardest part of the game is the initial Raditz fight.
Yes, it is. I agree.
Yeah, it's pretty
But
steep
like
hill.
from that point onwards, you get like enough healing items to like just heal yourself through any fight.
The two fights I
But then it's up
struggled
to your
on,
discretion what you want to use.
Sorry.
the two fights I struggled on was Raditz
Yeah.
and it was I think
Oh.
Dr.
Oh yeah.
Gero because
Yeah,
mainly because energy absorption. That was it.
Yeah.
oh
Yeah.
yeah.
That was it.
Like I'll be honest, when I introduced my daughter Sammy into Dragon Ball Z, this will be the first game she plays about it.
You have the list.
I have the list of everything she's gonna share. She loves wrestling already. She loves beating her daddy up. But this game is like I think a perfect introduction for a Dragon Ball Z fan.
Definitely.
Yeah, like if you watch Dragon Ball, it's just like there's so much love poured into it, and it's made by
Yeah.
CyberConnect too. Like CyberConnect too. Don't care what anybody says. That's a top tier studio right there.
What else
What
have
else
they
have they
worked
done?
on?
Ninja Storm series for Naruto, and the
They're
Dot Hack
fantastic.
series on PS. They did the Sword Art Online thing before Sword Art Online existed. They did that back in the
Damn,
early
they killed
2000s
people in the game.
with Dot Hack. Yeah, no, like you played as a you're basically in the Dot Hack games. You play as a real like a person playing a video game,
Yeah.
and like if they're in a MOBA or not a MOBA, sorry, what do you call it? An MMORPG, and that's what the story is. So they did it way before that isekai sort of thing. Before
Yeah.
well, actually, you're just playing someone playing a computer, and their computer gets hacked and stuff. So it's pretty cool. But CyberConnect 2, oh, and their animations are incredible in this game.
I would say I would argue kind of against that. Um,
What?
it's the
Oh.
key, it's the key, it's the cell key coho, but it's terrible.
Uh-oh.
No, but like I'm talking like the big finishers.
Oh yeah, the finishers are great. Like
Yeah.
there's some bits that are done really well. Like the final like me and my brother were actually talking about this. The two scenes that I think they didn't do as well on was the Vegeta Final Flash
Yeah.
and the Key Coho bit. The Frieza stuff
I'll
was
be honest,
really
on a Switch Lite, that stuff looked awesome.
Yeah. I mean,
The-
my favorite parts probably. I think a lot of people disagree with this because my favorite fight as well. The very end of the game when fighting Boo is boss fight after boss fight after boss fight.
yeah
I loved it.
Yes, that's my favorite fight in Z, the space, and
yeah.
I think it
favorite
did
end.
really well in the game because it's like 4 or 5 boss fights just one after the other.
Yeah.
When I think
was
of
what-
Dragon Ball Z, I think of the image of Goku landing on the ground, Vegeta giving him a thumbs up at the end of the Buu saga. That's the image I
I
have
think
in my
like
head.
the fight of Boo, like the destroying all the planet and stuff. Planet, the god realm, I guess, but like destroying it as they go.
The realm
Guy
like
Planet.
highs.
Yeah, and then like the music kicking in, it's like lava flows everywhere.
Dude, what a series.
They
I
done
know.
really
It's like
well with the environments, like the
Yeah.
Namek shit with Frieza. Oh my god.
Oh, like turning
that's a game
Super
I'm
Saiyan.
gonna play as well. Just talking about Dragon Ball and series, obviously Akira Toriyama. Before he passed away, he was working on a series called Sandland, and they had a
Oh,
game
yeah.
recently came out. Jamie said that game was actually fantastic.
I have watched bits and I do plan to get it.
I don't know much. Have you? Is the game and the show the same plot, or is it just are they
I-
two
I
separate
don't know
things?
about that.
It's two separate things, I think, but
No.
the gameplay is so weird, but it's a good weird. It's not a bad weird.
Yeah.
Is the gameplay similar to uh, the Valkyria Chronicles?
No, it's like it's weird. It's like you different sections in the game, and you just pilot different things. Like you could be fighting a tank, or you could be fighting. I think there's a mech in it at one point. I've only seen snippets. You'll probably talk to Jamie better about this, Tristan, but it looks pretty
It's a
solid.
full-on action game.
Yeah, it looks pretty solid. Like they did put a
Oh,
lot
I'm
of
gonna
work
get this
into
game.
it and stuff. It does look fun. And like Sandland's like pretty like slow and like Sandland's like really consistently like paced from what I've watched of it. And this does it really well. Not a
It's
bad
just
port. Like it's really good.
we're never gonna get him. Oh my god, rest in peace, Akira Toriyama. Because like, thank you. We done a section on him. When we found out he passed away. On I think it was on our April episode.
Yeah.
Fourth one, yeah.
Yeah.
But like, Jesus, even still,
I don't know.
the impact, and I love it. I was off sick there last week. I told these guys like after doing my tradition of watching all the Lord of the Rings movies when I'm sick. I done that. I was still
As you
not
do.
well, so I watched every single episode of DBZ Abridged and every single movie
Yep.
because I just love them as well, and they respect the source material. So
They
uh,
they're bringing Diamond DLC to Sparking Zero and Kakarot as well.
Yeah, whenever it releases.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I'm excited to see what Diamond I'm gonna give it. Like
Like,
I think for me, Super Broly is probably the best Dragon Ball Z content we've ever got.
it's Broly, and yeah, Broly's really good. Superhero is really good as well. If you haven't watched it.
Is it
Superhero
the
made me like
Gamma one?
3D anime.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
the gammas. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Superhero made me like 3D anime.
Yeah, I remember on release, everybody's talking about, oh, it won't be that good. Going full CGI is going to be terrible, but
Yeah.
like,
I seen
it
it
was
twice
good.
in cinema. I seen it twice. It was brilliant.
It's really good.
I seen it only in Japanese, which I can't stand the Japanese sub.
This is
I
my
love
hot
it
take.
so much.
I prefer the sub of Dragon Ball over the dub.
Nah, you just it's not even a hot take, it's just wrong.
Uh,
I prefer the
Get your own section.
Frieza's voice actors. I actually prefer
No.
Goku in higher pitch. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I can't. Like she is so talented, don't get
Like,
me
if
wrong.
I think of Vegeta, I think of the sub voice actor.
I think of DBZ abridged.
Yeah, probably at this point, yeah, it's probably warped me too much. But not for Goku though, I always think Sean Shamel for Goku.
Yeah, I'm Goku.
Krillin I always struggle with for the DBZ bridge because the Krillin DBZ bridge is just perfect.
Yeah.
Krillin for me, I think of Sub more, but that's because it's Luffy's voice actor.
Yeah.
What's it?
Yeah.
So yeah,
Are they still doing the dub for One Piece?
yeah, it's caught up quite heavily now.
Oh, I just wondered.
Oh, wait, no, it's like right behind the sub right now. Yeah.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah. Well, that's the game club. Just Kakarot, nostalgic bliss. We'll call that.
Right.
The next section is I guess a kind of another fan favorite, in the fact that people keep coming up to me and tell me why did they hate you.
I hate
And
you.
I respond, yes. So
It's just yes.
Yes.
recommendation or damnation.
Oh, yes.
Time to change it.
Let's go over some new rules. We established some new rules because we realized this is getting way out of hand and we actually do want to have lives.
Yeah.
So,
We don't have them though.
to make the rules clear,
Don't
and we'll use this
know.
episode for guidance. You can only get damned once per episode.
Yeah, we've like already went through before the episode and like sorted out who's damning who.
You haven't told the person what they're getting, but
But they
we've
know
told.
what they're doing.
Right.
Yeah.
Another one is if you complete the monthly game, you do not get a point off your total racked up numbers. But
That's
if you
work.
complete a challenge, you deduct a point. If you complete a challenge, a point goes. Say, for example, I am on 3 out of 5 right now points. If I beat 100% Hades or Platinum Hades, that'll be bringing it down to 1 out of 5.
Yeah.
Get the 5, then you get your punishment. I do still have to get the tattoo on my buttocks.
Botox.
Yep, 100%.
That was outside the challenge, though.
Yep.
That is, I think that's all. Yeah, that's it. For the thing.
Can we?
Only one damn per person, yeah.
I'm just saying this now. Are we going over what people have been let off,
I'm
or
about to do that. I'm
okay?
about to do
Okay,
a-
just checking
I
that.
was about, alright. I was about to do a segue into it, and it just, it's fine. It's cool. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Go on, do your segue, do your segue.
No, it's alright. It's cool. I'll do my segue. So yeah, so
no way
that's
with
the new
murder.
rules. This is the new rules we have established. It's time for someone to get some points because the only person who has 2 things due this episode, and I don't think they did the other one. So Connell,
Yes.
you're on 2 out of 5.
Good segue.
Did you read Fist of the North Star?
Yes, I read the first volume because it was the easiest thing to do.
It
it
took
was
3 months.
Took me 3
And
months.
it was fantastic. And he's
It
in
was good.
love with the series now.
I do plan on reading it more. It did. I always like seeing the memes, and it has interest me. So I do plan on being Tristan's little powwow buddy on it.
Connell, you also had to complete another thing for the day, and I'm not sure if you did it.
I didn't do it.
Marvel.
I didn't do it.
How far did you get? Did you even beat the game?
I got to the second
You
act.
so far.
I got to the second.
You
I
were
got
so
through.
See,
high
Connell-
about it too.
No, I was on the third area.
Yeah, I told you
Oh.
that game is way longer than you
You know
think.
what it was? I was so I wanted to be I wanted the 100% Kakarot, and I was like,
Yeah.
I'll do this in a couple of days. I just never back to it. It's sitting there. I want to do it. I want to do it. I like the game. I really like
Yeah.
the game. I'm gonna go back and do it just because I really like the game. But it was just one of the ones that got away.
That's 100%. You're on 3 then out of 5. But we also want to make established there's some games that we cancelled off each other. So Connell, you no longer had to do Ninja Gaiden. We give ourselves to help ourselves pace out, which would have been due on this episode too. That's where we
What
realized
about
our issue.
Jump King? What about Jump King?
Jump King was due in the last episode, so it's all good. That's why you get an extra point.
There you go.
That's fine.
William, you're on 0 out of 5.
Oh, good.
You had one due the next episode.
I had 2, but I got 1 removed.
Yes.
Yeah. So you have Celeste to complete by episode 7 and Hello Charlotte by episode 8.
Yep, and I removed Super Meat Boy.
Yeah, we removed Super Boy. Jonathan,
Hello.
you had Hello Charlotte to do by the 8th episode, Algear Rising to do by the 8th episode, but you also did not complete this month's game, which gives you an extra point.
Oh,
Yep.
So you go from 1 out of 5 to 2 out of 5,
Okay.
and I have 2 out of 5, and I have to do God of War and Hades by the 8th episode, and I got removed Wolfenstein.
Yes.
So, currently the scores are sitting at 3 out of 5 for Connell, 0 out of 5 for William, 2 out of 5 for Jonathan, and 2 out of 5 for Tristan.
let's go.
Now, with the new rules established, this should be a lot easier, but also harder, because now you've real no excuse if you're getting less, but people could probably just pick harder things. Won't be as much feelings considered.
Like they were before.
Like they were before, yeah. Like we. So, who wants to begin with a recommendation or a damnation? You can do as much recommendations as you want per episode. That doesn't really matter. But
Well, I got a damnation for John.
Oh my God.
Okay.
I couldn't remember who you picked.
Yeah.
What's the
Alright.
point?
The Revenge of Celeste.
One of my favorite games you're going to be playing,
Okay.
but on a hard way. You're going to have to beat Devil May Cry 3
Okay.
Oh, no.
and Dante Must Die.
Oh,
Oh my
no.
Oh no.
I haven't even played Devil May Cry
No.
3.
Oh no.
As
Oh, no.
Dante, not Virgil.
Oh no.
You mean Dante from Dante or Devil May Cry?
Oh,
5?
William, that's a bit of a scummy one there at the end there.
Oh my god.
Why is no? Just
Oh,
we
Virgil
were
would've been a
context,
lot-
I've never played any of the Devil May Cry games, so I don't know the difference between Dante and Virgil for this.
Virgil.
No, you know we should have looked.
It's introduced in
We
that
should-
game. Devil May Cry 3 is a prequel, so starting off with that one, you're not going to lose out on anything.
You know what we should have
Okay.
done as a joke? We all should have damned him, like even though we just established rules. Arnold gives him Devil May Cry 2
What?
DMD, and I give him Devil May Cry 1 DMD.
Yeah, but you'll understand as you play the game because you can play as both. But I have to do Dante Must Die as Dante.
That's
fair.
not even the hardest difficulty, which is decent. But it's
Yeah,
still
I didn't want to
DMC3.
do the one shot
Yeah.
difficulty.
Okay.
It's still DMC3.
Uh,
I'm being
Jonathan?
nice. I'm being nice.
Jonathan, since you just got screwed, would you like to pick next?
Yeah, I am going to damn you, Tristan.
Yes, that was you. You were supposed to damn me. You
Yeah.
get me, brother.
No, it's 100%, but I think you might actually enjoy doing this.
Oh,
I want you
And the
to.
sequel?
Well, actually, it's a platinum. I want you to platinum Hyper Light Drifter.
Oh,
that is interesting.
I'm not too sure if you've seen the game before.
I have seen the game before because of Owen in our uni.
They should
This
bring it up.
is, it's not bad. It's
He did to me. He did to me. He
seven.
said about
It's
me,
a
like-
seven.
So that's worth 2 points. So that's worth it. But it's worth 4 points because it's a challenge.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's
Okay.
like 20 hours online, so it's not too bad.
Hyper
Tristan-
Light Drifter. So episode 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will let you take this one. I will go last.
Okay. William,
yep.
you have to eat just one playthrough.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, am I not doing well?
Uh
Okay.
Oh no!
oh.
We established
Oh, no.
I was doing William.
No, oh no.
No, I wanted to do it.
Did I mess this up?
Sorry. I can
Did I
change.
mess this up?
I can change mine now. Did I like William? Did I not say you?
I'm pretty sure we came back and you said me and Tristan said Connell, but I've gotten two
We
good.
did do that
right,
because that's the
now.
only way we can make
Right,
this work out.
right. That's fine. No, I can work
I'm
this out.
sorry
Go
if I
ahead.
confused you there.
No, it's my fault. I just realized. Yes, no, you're right. You're supposed to pick William. That was it.
That was intimidating.
Oh, okay.
Could have been
William, you're
incredibly
so
bad.
lucky because it was going to be a pixel game.
Oh, thank God.
Okay.
I'll get you next time.
Do you want me to do it then? And then you can go last.
Yeah, you pick him and then I'll pick you.
Okay. So I did ask, did you like space games earlier? And
Space.
Oh
I
yeah,
will-
that was part
You
of
asked
it.
me space or fantasy. That's
Yeah.
all I know from this.
So have you played the Dead Space games?
I played bits, never fully beaten. I played,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. I want you to beat the first game,
Remake
On-
or original?
original.
Okay.
Oh, actually,
Second, yeah,
Sure.
it's up to you. I don't know. If
no,
they're
no.
not
I
different.
want I want you to play it. Yeah, because the difficulty is different. I want you to play the original on the hardest difficulty, only using the plasma caster.
All right. Seems like I'm gonna have a
Butter.
fun grind.
Can you do that without upgrades?
Yeah, you can.
It's gonna be
You can
painful.
still,
Well,
you can still, you can still
well-
upgrade.
Without upgrading
Yeah.
your stuff.
Okay. Thank you,
Oh.
John.
Why did you
Hey,
do
you
that,
get-
John?
You give me,
Good
you give
job.
me Dante must die. I know it's a simple question. That's all. It was.
Yeah, well, you can upgrade your health, just not your weapons.
Alright.
Okay, that's mine. That's mine. It's not that bad.
I've got you, William. I've got you.
I got it.
Thanks. Get him. Point that gun at him, not me.
You, Connell, need to beat Bayonetta 1.
What? What?
Just beat it.
On Infinite Climax.
Can we swap? I would be talking about Tristan again.
Why? That's not what you were going to get.
You were in the Pixel game, remember?
I know, it feels.
Is that the hardest
Yeah.
difficulty?
You were
Yeah,
gonna get some
that is the
stupid
hardest.
shmup.
The thing is, Connell, you will need to play through the game twice before you can unlock it.
Yeah, John, you need to do that for DMC as well.
What about for Dead Space?
Yeah.
That's fine.
Dead Space, I
No.
think you get. Oh no, Dead Space, you get the hardest stuff. I think you get it in hard right away. Let me see, check out.
So, Infinite Climax, you just need to beat it. Don't care anything else.
Is it possible for me to know what you would have chosen for me? Or is that going to be saved for a future day?
This is a backlog for whenever you take them off.
Yes, you can't play Impossible from the very start. Oh wait, yeah, from the very start. Well,
Alright, Sandra
Oh.
just grind it.
Bill's getting Dead Space. Connell's getting
Righty.
Bayonetta.
Um,
William, what were you looking to know where I was going to give you?
Yeah. I'm actually interested.
Yeah, I could tell you because it wasn't gonna what do you call it? Give you it again anyway. It is the Sega Mega Drive game by Studio Treasure, a personal favorite studio of mine. They made a game. I can give a kind of hint. It's the game that's the game club after the next one. So after Jonathan's pick, it's mine.
oh that one.
Yes, that's made by Studio
Ah.
Treasure. The game I'm talking about is Alien Soldier, William. That's what I was going to give you.
Oh, my
Oh.
And just, I wanted you to try and beat it with less than 5 hits. It'll tell you at the end if you could have done it, but don't worry, you don't have to do that. Because that would have been insane.
You would have
I,
had
would,
to.
I think I would have.
Oh, thankfully. I don't know if I got better for Dead Space or not.
No, I can still. No, you would have. You would have got better because it's very rare people do that.
Okay.
So we all have to finish those things. But I'm actually love what. I actually love that options you give me, Jonathan. That is awesome.
Really?
Yeah, I'm actually really
You
excited.
got some fun games coming up, Tristan. You got Hades and Hyperlight.
Victor. Yeah,
Yeah.
and playing God of War game ain't a bad thing.
And Dead Cells as well.
Dead
Oh, yeah,
Cells
Dead
is
Cells
your
in the
2
back.
challenge, yeah.
Oh yeah, shit.
So
Here, let me go
you've
back.
got some pretty solid games to play.
Yeah, and I'll play some more shmups in between. You piece of shit.
Oh yeah, context is I just being honest and I was saying most shmups are just copy
No,
paste from each
no.
other.
No, they're not. He's just. How dare you question my entire existence like this? You know
Because
how
like
much I love shmups.
it's sorry, sometimes you go from left to right and down to up. Those are different.
Roguelikes are the exact same. Screw you.
You're like destroying the hopes of an entire community right now by saying that.
Right, do you know what, guys? We're shmups. We're a small community, and we're out there for each other. We don't need. the
You're
likes of a
schmucks.
William. That's what we are, schmucks. That ends
Schmuck
recommendation
schmucks.
damnation. On to our very end, we're wrapping up the podcast here. It's been a very good episode to get back into the groove of things. I thought.
Yeah,
Uh,
less
doing this,
chaotic.
actually somewhat chaotic still. I think we're all a bit
I'm back
tamer.
in our
the last
normal sense of chaotic.
Yeah, almost sounds chaotic, and we've got some fun games, and we're more structured now. We're better prepared for this, and yeah, I think that was a great episode.
Only
Just
took
wanted you
like
to do
half a
my.
year.
Only took half a year to finally get a structure. The Let us know in the comments what you think about the new sections, by the way, and let us know what you think about me forgetting to send out email reminders. That was smart.
You forgot you still need to do the section. As you said yourself, even if you didn't get any, you will do the tag.
Oh yeah. It's quiz quandaries and quips right now. Here's an email from Tristan. Why are you such a dumbass? See, when I was a child, I wanted
We
you.
all asked the same question as well. We
Once
really
I was
want the
dropped on my
answer.
head and I never recovered.
Yeah.
I was passed around the house like a basketball. Yeah.
My mom
I'll
failed
try
me
the
the
W,
first
but you wouldn't
multiple
bounce.
times.
As I always, guys, usual sign off. I'm just going to say, remember to laugh at yourself. Thank you for listening to us. Have a great day.
It's done.